I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. If I die, take her far from here, to a new life.
I heard about Carry1st hosting this event, and I was like, nah, I have to take part.
Winning means everything for us. We're not just here to represent NXG, but our country, South Africa. And this is the biggest tournament this continent has ever seen, so winning does mean everything to us.
In Nigeria, they'll say no grief for anybody. So
That's Call of Duty for you, I guess, and that's calm.
Losing tournaments like this it can be very, very emotional. You have to like have strong will force and everything just to know like break down or anything, because if you want to start thinking about the hours put into it, like the whole stress, everything just to come and lose is crazy.
We can't really see who's the best until we see it at the final.
Our team is the stronger.
That raw kind of lost everyone. Vortex gun coming into play from life to clean house.
Personally, we feel like we have the best gun skills in the game, and our playstyle is, you know, very unique.
We want to settle the jollof wars. Which jollof is better, Nigerian or Ghanaian? So whoever always gets the jollof bragging rights.
Come on, are we playing? Yeah. Let's play.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. If I die, take her far from here, to a new life.
I heard about Carry1st hosting this event, and I was like, nah, I have to take part.
Winning means everything to us. We're not just here to represent NXT, but our country, South Africa. And this is the biggest tournament this continent has ever seen, so winning does mean everything to us.
In Nigeria, they'll say no grief for anybody. So
That's Call of Duty for you, I guess, and that's called.
Losing tournaments like this it can be very, very emotional. You have to like have strong real force and everything just to know like break down or anything, because if you want to start thinking about the hours put into it, like the whole stress, everything just to come and lose is crazy.
We can't really see who's the best until we see it at the final.
Our team is the stronger.
That draw kind of lost everyone. Vortex gun coming into play from life to clean house.
Personally, we feel like we have the best gun skills in the game, and our playstyle is, you know, very unique.
We want to settle the jollof wars. Which jollof is better, Nigerian or Ugandan? So whoever always gets the jollof bragging rights.
Come on, are we playing? Yeah. Let's play.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Carry1st Africa Cup Call of Duty Mobile World Championship 2025 Africa Qualifier for Uganda. It's a mouthful because it's gonna be the biggest action you've ever seen over here. I'm your host, AR. Joining with me is the DC himself, Daddy Cool over here. How are you doing, my big bro?
I am doing excited because I am excited for all the action that we have in store for you guys here today. And I'm so glad that you did that mouthful and not me, but it is a mouthful, but I think there's going to be more action here today than there is a mouthful in that sentence. And I'm excited to get into these games. It's, like you said, is the Call of Duty World Champion Qualifier for Uganda. Actually, I'm shortening it to that just for our brevity's sake. But yeah, I'm excited. How about you?
Oh, I can't wait for this. I mean, Call of Duty mobile action always going to be so hot. And especially with what we've seen in the brackets so far. We already have one team qualified to go to Lagos. And that's what this is right here, right now. The LAN in Lagos is what is going to be played for over here. We already have Sage Gaming who have confirmed their spot. And now we go ahead with Uganda. 3 teams here today, Daddy Cool. Nondescript Gaming, Sky Primes, and X Havoc. And Nondescript Gaming, Daddy Cool, undefeated so far in the group stages and playoffs.
I mean, there's storylines left, right, and center between all these teams. I mean, Sky Primes, they've lost to Nondescript and X Havoc, but they actually ended up knocking them down, the X Havoc now, to the lower bracket. And X Havoc have been growing themselves, building themselves back up from the lower bracket to get here into this final, the set of brackets. And it's a bit of a story from each one of them, but like you said, one of these teams is undefeated. Now, the question is it going to stay this way? Only time will tell, and that's what we're here to tell you today.
Absolutely. Nondescript Gaming, of course, the team captain, Outcast, regarded as one of the best snipers in the African scene, and even in the group stages, dropped a nuke against Grim Reaper in the group stage rounds of this qualifier. So absolutely astounded and so excited to see them play over here as well. We also then have Sky Primes, like you said, Daddy Cool, lost to both Nondescript and X Havoc in the group stage. So a lot of storyline, a lot of angles going on within this bracket over here as well. And then X Havoc fighting their way into that final from the lower brackets. But also, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go ahead and let you know that the upcoming regional qualifiers for South Africa, the deadline is also on the 19th of June. So please go ahead and register before that deadline is up and done with, because I mean, it's going to be absolutely beautiful what these guys are playing for, Daddy Cool.
No, most definitely. And if you want to have your storyline told here live on stream, maybe make it to that grand final championship and play for your share of $15,000. Yeah, be sure to go and register right now. You saw the link there. That is cup.carry1st.co.za, or is it a .com? I always forget if it's a .com. That's what you love to see. Cup.carry1st.com. Go check it out. Go register. And who knows? You could find yourself playing at LAN in Lagos. You could be grand final LAN. But yeah, as we see here are our maps for our first game here against Nondescript Gaming versus Sky Primes. No good old-fashioned Summit, Firing Range, Takeoff, Combine, Tunisia. I mean, most of these maps are well-known, well-loved maps. And as you guys know, the format being first is going to be capture. Oh, wow. I almost said capture the flag. What? That is not the game mode. Hardpoint, S&D, control, Hardpoint, S&D again. And I think... question is, are we going to go the distance, see all 5 maps here today?
Oh, I would love to. I mean, Nondescript Gaming, as we said, undefeated. They're looking to go ahead and keep that streak alive, and they're looking to go through these lobbies. They're looking to go through these games just straight up off the scale with it, all gas, no brakes with it. Let's see exactly how they do that. Like you said, Daddy Cool, starting off with Hardpoint, and talk me through it right here. What's the base strategies that these teams should have for Hardpoint?
We know that just how important spawns are for certain hills, right? We've seen how you can, we have money hills. I think Summit Hill 3 could be one of those money hills if I remember correctly. And you're just about controlling the spawns is so important. You might have to give up a few, scrap points, but not too much, right? It's that fine balance between giving away the points that you can afford to and making sure you get as much as you possibly can, especially on those key points and controlling those spawns. So going to want to watch a mini-map play overall to see which team actually controls the map and the flow better for those key points. But as we have it, here we go into game number 1 on Summit.
Game number 1. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to be tweeting about this or using social media talking about this, hashtag Carry1st Africa Cup and hashtag Carry1st Cup 2025. Go ahead and use those tags. But we're straight into it, Daddy Cool. Let's get started.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less from the small map. He hits a shot. That is the sniper. That is Luke, not the guy we wanted to watch first, but he finds another one there. 2 kills have started off of the bat here. This is a respawn game mode, so players will constantly be respawning. Looking for another. Finds a third. Okay, calm down, Luke. Finds another. That's a huge streak, but I don't think that is a streak in the back pocket.
Oh, that was beautiful. Left, right, and center hitting those shots. And, Sands over there hitting some shots as well with the USS-9. And now just going to go ahead and take those points up. You can see Nondescript already taking it up to 24. Sky Primes now do have the control, and they're starting to get some points on the board.
The drone goes out as well, at least hoping to find at least 1 kill. Didn't see it find one there on the side, but still, it's a scary thing to know. It's out. You have to just be scared for a second. You got frozen out there. Ice in the veins there with the kill. Simsy controlling here at the top. And like we said, look at the mini-map control, right? It's not just about being on the hill. It's making sure you control these power positions. This top hill oversight is so important. Gets taken out there by Sens eventually. But right now, 40-7, Nondescript in quite a dominant lead.
And Luke looking to go ahead and get another shot, but gets taken out by Chalky over there. And 40-8 right now, 57 seconds left on this hill. And, just trying to play it slow over here. Simply going to go ahead and take out Pixel. And, a bloodthirsty elimination over there from Outcast, I should say. This is the player that is known for that sniping, the leader, the captain of Nondescript, looking to lead the team into another unbeaten victory.
Well, right now it is going to be Sky Primes who get a bit of the hill control, but Nondescript take it away just to say there. The War Machine comes out. That will slow down a lot of the potential right now. Ooh, yeah, that War Machine hurts when it hits your face, and that is going to give them a big lead as well. 20 seconds left on this hill right now. Finds another one there, and right now he has the USS-9 in hand. Is going to be Jesse.
Slides through, and ice in the veins one more time over there from Outcast, and Nondescript once again on that hill, and the awareness to go ahead and get the elim on Chalky as well. Score going up close to that 100.
And as you can see, setting up for this next hill, the trophy systems are down. 4 seconds until we do switch over. No scrap points even going towards Sky Primes, unfortunately. But looking at the mini-map right now, look at that spawn. They have definitely secured the primary spawn. Like I said, P3 is a huge one. And it's going to be Equalizer with Akimbo, just going to shut them down here. He's on a bit of a streak right now. Finds another one. Oh, that is going to be another Predator drone up. Will it find a kill? Not now, but it will find some info. Just unstoppable right now. It's going to be Outcast.
Outcast just cleaning up with that Akimbos, and now looking to go ahead. Dead missile again, and does not get an elimination over there, but I don't even think it's needed. They have such good control right now. You can see the point difference. The target of 250. So close to Nondescript as Jesse goes ahead and gets that elimination.
Bit of an overextend there. You hate to see it. But I mean, if anything, didn't get the kill with the Predator missile, but got a lot of info from it. And, communication and info is half the battle. And now 10 seconds left in this hill right now. Nondescript over 100-point lead.
Oh, this is beautiful. And they have that control. They have the chemistry. And they're looking to go ahead and get the first game. Spins around is Sense and gets that elimination as well. 131-18 is wild as we get to our next hill.
And it looks like Sky Primes are going to have the spawn secured for this one. We know that Nondescript is going to try and cancel that out. You can see on the minimap there, number 5 is rotating into the spawn, makes it into the spawn successfully. Simply does find a kill, but it might be too late as well as the spawn control has been lost. And now they are spawning in the prime location once again. They just know how to play the spawns so well, as we have discussed. That is currently why they are 135-24.
Oh, and remember, this is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So that first team to get these 3 games done and dusted will move on. And we do have a lot of action for all of you over here as well. Simpsy is going to go ahead and use that Predator missile as well. Doesn't look like it gets anything and knows where they are, but is going to just back up just a little bit, get that reload as well.
10 seconds left on this hill as well. Jesse just at least going to deny some more points from Nondescript. We're not going to get any points, unfortunately. And right now, I think we're getting ready for our second set of rotations. And in that second set of rotations, can Sky Primes try and find a chink in this Nondescript armor again? They have been undefeated so far in all the matches they've played. So definitely it has to kind of eat on your mental. It has to have you worried. But if you can make them bleed once, you can make them do it again. You just have to find that first inch before it becomes a mile.
And it looks like it may just be a mile already as Luke, with the triple kill, absolutely bloodthirsty, goes ahead and secures that. And the score just keeps going up for Nondescript.
Yeah, and that score is just going to keep on, expanding right now. 172 to 29. The score is to 250 as well. So they're under 80 points away from having this first map in the bag. SimC shutting them down for now. But they just have so much control. Look at that mini-map. You see the UAVs or the score streaks are in play. So much going for them. Vortex gun in play as well. A little black hole just to shut people down. But unfortunately, not going to do much with it right now.
Not going to do much at all. There's a little bit of revenge over there from Ibrahim with that Shadow Blade and looking to go get a couple more. There's one more, and on the hunt, they are getting their points back up, but immediately shut down by Outcast as Nondescript looking just shy of that 200 points right now.
What is Outcast on 32 kills right now? 33 kills, unstoppable, just running through. We can see why he's regarded as the best sniper currently on the African servers, but it looks like any gun in his hands is a lethal weapon that he is shutting down. Does get shut down though, as I say that is some caster curse right there.
The hunter killed on is going to go ahead and get one though, and 34 and 10 is absolutely insane. And you can see Jesse getting a little bit of work done over there. Nondescript on 210 to 38 over on Sky Primes, and we do see the equalizer in hand now doing a little bit of work. Sky Primes getting some more points on that board, but they've got a long way to go to get even close to tying it up.
They definitely do. They do have some of the specialist abilities in hand as well to try and, close the gap. Oh my word, Male finds an unsuspecting person with their suitcase out, gets the kill. Weapon rotation is there, but the punches in SimC is like, no, I brought boxing gloves to this gunfight and somehow won. You love to see it. But right now, 25 points is all Nondescript needs to take this map number 1.
Map number 1. We're so close to the end, but again, anything can happen. And they're looking very, very strong over here right now. Sky Prime's doing everything that they can to try to get that points further up, but Nondescript does such a good job of holding them out. Look at that right there. Just the numbers advantage, 2-on-1 in that fight, and they go ahead and get it. Now they're just 20 points away from taking map number 1.
Yeah, this time around, Sky Primes actually do manage to get the spawns, but it doesn't matter. Nondescript are just going to bully their way onto the site with a war machine, with all the util they have available. 4 or 5 more seconds is all they need. They're just going to stack the site, and that will be it for map number 1 versus Nondescript. Wow.
You can see exactly why they were undefeated so far. And this is what you guys are going up against. There's a little taste of what this is over here today, ladies and gentlemen. And you can tell Nondescript, they want that piece of that $15,000, and they're going to be gunning for it.
Yeah, and the way they just played that, they are definitely a type of team that can take it all the way to the grand final. That's what these players are here for, right? And if you want to make your chance to get there, be sure to go and register yourself at cup.carry1st.com and see if you can have yourself on this live stream. And again, maybe at LAN on the grand finals, and at the final step, $15,000. You could be playing for it. Great game number 1. That was a respawn game mode. The question is, can Sky Primes slap back on the search and destroy, the tactical non-respawn game mode?
Sometimes maybe Hardpoint isn't your game, but SND definitely is. We'll have to see. And either way, that's a 1-0 on the board now for Nondescript. Sky Primes, they are in the downfall, and they will have to make their way up. And honestly, what it seems like, Daddy Cool, is that they can't afford to make any mistake against Nondescript right now. Nondescript, that you can see how locked in they are after this game. We had the 250 to 47, I think was the point.
Yeah.
That is insane right there for our first game. If this is what you're dealing with, you need to know you have to play this perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just we were paying attention to Outcast. At some point, I think possibly they got 40 kills, but the rest of the team as well, getting 20 plus kills each. Firing range now, a next map, also a well-loved classic map that lots of people know. I think it's a little bit more well-known than Summit now. Will that count in favor of Team Sky Primes or not? Only time will tell. Because again, this is SND, much more slower, But that also usually you run a sniper on S&D, and from what we've heard, a sniper in the hands of our boy Outcast is a dangerous scene for everybody on the enemy team.
Oh, and I do hope that we get to see that, because I want to see, if you're regarded as the best sniper in Africa, I want to see what that looks like. But guys, of course, go ahead, share this using the hashtags Carry1st Cup, Africa Cup, and Carry1st Cup 2025. Go ahead, share that, because it's going to be absolutely insane watching the rest of this. That was just map number 1. We still have loads more action for all of you guys over here. And I mean, Daddy Cool, there's a lot that we need to talk about over here.
Yeah. I've got something spicy I want to cook up for you guys. Since this is our Uganda grand qualifier, or grand finals qualifier, we have a special treat from Carry1st for all of you Ugandan players. There's currently a special running 20% off, if I am correct, on all of the COD points you can get if you buy it through Carry1st. So be sure and to go and capitalize on that, as you can see on screen right now. And on top of that as well, when you get these new COD points, you can go and treat yourself to the brand new Mythic VMP Toxic Bloom skin. Absolutely gorgeous skin for you to go and flex on some players. They came out swinging, hey? I must say.
They came out swinging, brother. Like I said, all gas, no brakes with it.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's just map number 1, we have an entire day, Daddy Cool, that we're going to witness all gas, no brakes. They know that $15,000 is on the line, and they want to go ahead and get that share for it. And of course, guys, if you want to go ahead, we encourage you to join the Carry1st official community program. There will be a QR code throughout the entire stream, so go ahead, scan that, and get in. But Daddy Cool, here we go. SND, it's just begun.
Look how much slower this is right now, just trying to feel each other out. But as we said, Outcast finds his first kill already in their spawn. Outcast does not mess around. Finds Stu looking for... Oh, will he find the third? Oh my goodness! Hello? Outcast? Sorry, sir. That's illegal. Only one player left right now. Does manage to find one, but he's just running them down, but it's not going to be enough, as Mail is actually looking to be on the sniper right now and finds the final kill. Wow.
Is that a triple in round 1? Cancels the reload, gets the hipfire elimination. Oh my lord, this is Outcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Outcast show, and we're all just watching it as we get into round number 2.
That was absolutely nutty. Already going deep again. He knows where the free fires are for those wall bangs. It finds a bit of damage, so he knows there's a player close. So look how deep he is already. He finds another one, does damage. Oh, doesn't see the player drop down. Gets taken out. Luke missing that first sniper shot. Did he see the player cross on in? He does, as a teammate does get the cover. It is now a 2v4 situation in favor of Nondescript.
Nondescript right now looking to go ahead. They have a slight advantage. No, taken down to a 2v2 right now thanks to Chalky. And now, you can tell how slow this is now. Not wanting to lose a single round is either of these teams, or for Nondescript specifically, Sky Prime's looking to go ahead and tie up that score quite early on. And, you know, a minute on that timer as well. You can see the Tundra in hand of Simpsy.
So Sky Primes,
I mean,
they need
so
to get this plant, right? Yeah. A minute on the clock. They know where the bomb is. Like, oh, okay. I'm like, yo, there. Wait, actually. Sky Primes on the attack. Stuff at the top might be a bit wrong way around right now. No, it isn't. Okay, so Nondescript know where the bomb is. And that means that Sky Primes has 40 seconds to get this bomb and the plant. But Pixel's not going to just give it to them. Here's some footsteps, I think. And I feel like they're playing Ring Around the Rosie right now.
I think they really are. This is timing for both of these players is what I'm assuming. And I mean, we heard the steps when we were watching, and now the shots come out, spotted out by Simpsy, switches to the sniper, looking for the shot. Unfortunately, does not connect. Now looking for a second peek, but does not get at the quick scope, though. He's going to get the one shot, one kill, but just like that, Pixel goes ahead, gets the final elimination, and that's going to take the score up to 2-0.
Oh, that was a spicy quick scope. I was about to jump off my chair if he found the follow-up and clutch that round through. Unfortunately, too much weight on the shoulders to bear for now. But it's only 2-0, not too big a lead just quite yet. Just need to find these first few kills. Finds the first one is going to be Male. That is on the side of nondescript. Oh, looking for another misses. Almost gets the wall bang.
I mean, we love to see wallbang eliminations, and looking again, there it is. Just like that, the flick from Male is going to go ahead and get the headshot. And a 4v3, make that a 4v2 situation. And up close now, Jesse spots out, but the ring around a Rosie from Luke is going to get that elimination all down to 1 for Sky Primes. Ooh, manages to live just a bit longer over there, but still in a 2v1 situation now.
Lots of snipers right now. This is definitely some throwbacks, you know, seeing the snipers on this amazing firing range map. There is a bomb that still needs to get planted right now. Not going to get planted just quite yet. It's once again a 1v2, some deja vu. Male has the Locust Electron in hand. You love some. That looks like a Gaussian cannon right now. I think you might have heard the footsteps here. Just a slow 50-second countdown right now. See, just trying to find at least 1 kill to make it a 1v1. Oh!
Ooh.
He finds it!
Gets that 1v1 Daddy Cool, and then goes ahead and gets the 1-shot 1 kill to get a score on that board. 2-1 as we go into round number 4.
Definitely looks like S&D, Sky Primes, you know, they have a bit more of the control. They lose a few players early. They do peak like, you know, like you shoot him the sniper, but they manage to clutch it up, bring it back, and then with slow, methodical play, find some kills around. No, so that puts him on the board, already looking better than round number 1. And this is a slow round 1 for this specific round as well. Ooh, Simsy almost finds that quick scope. Just trying, you know, might as well just shoot the bullets. If there's somebody there, they die. If they're not, that is what it is. Then now here deep into the spawn, finds one, sees another though.
Love that USS 9, and there's the wall bang! Gets the elimination as well. Wow, that is beautiful right there from Sen. Spots another one out, and he's going to go ahead and push up a little bit closer now.
A very lot closer, and I don't think Simpsy is expecting this right now. A bit of miscommunication there, it seems, from Sky Primes, not knowing that the player is right there in the spawn. Send! A bit of confusion right now. You hate to see it, but he does find the kill eventually.
I mean, the movement over there, having to spin around and track, quite difficult, and that is absolutely insane right there as they take that score up to 3-1.
3-1 is the score indeed. Now back to nondescript being on the defense. Traditionally defense. I don't think we've seen a plant actually so far. So definitely the defending side doing a bit better so far. But you know, you have to get that bomb down. And let's see if they actually do manage. But Sen's going aggressive again. Will he get shut down and punished this time? Or will he be forgotten?
Oh, and pushed up far again is Sense. There's the one. And immediately now on the back lines, looking for a second. Spots out, gets a little bit of a wall bang, and then peeks for some more damage. Spots out where Sims is, gets a second elimination. The quick flank, and I mean, needs to reload fairly soon over here, and just firing down. There's the reload now, and that was a quick round, Daddy Cole.
I was extremely quick, but I'm concerned about the communication. It doesn't seem like the players are turning their heads once those first few shots are being shot through. So just a little bit of miscom, I think, from Sky Primes. They just need to focus up, go back to basics, and make sure that when a player is in a position like that, everybody just stares him down and quickly shoots him. But also the way he turned on that first kill, like he should not have gotten that kill right there, but he did manage it. And again, we can see why nondescript undefeated so far.
Looking to stay undefeated as well. You can see Sense pushing up again. A little bit of a slide cancel over there as we watch Luke with that 1911 go ahead, get the elimination, and Sniper now out immediately and holding that angle. They want to take that score up to 5-1.
Pixel right now, good position, finds one so far. I think he heard some more, gonna reach out with a slide. Oh, that shot just missed his face. It's a 2v3 situation, a 1v2 situation. Gonna be Luke and Male versus Bricks. Oh, snipers, they're holding it down. Bomb is at least in a somewhat safe location to be, I think that's still in spawn actually. So Sky Primes just got forced into spawn and haven't been able to leave it just quite yet. But now they are quite split on the side of nondescript. So a lot of opportunity here if you are Sky Primes.
I mean, look at that minimap. Also, they've got sort of this flank position right now. They're trying to corner in Bricks, but has a free way over to B or A right now, dead center of the map, and he's gonna opt to go towards A, maybe? Yeah, actually gonna go over towards A as you hear that nade go off and checking every single corner. It's a do or
Oh,
die situation right here, right now. And
I'm
23 seconds
sensing
left on
some
that clock.
god timing. It's making me so nervous, Mail. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. He takes a shot at least.
Ooh.
He does miss, so that gives Bricks a shot, but that is going to be Luke trying to rotate in, and from behind, he is the ham in the ham sandwich. That puts it onto 5-1. S&D first to 6 does take it, so that puts Nondescript on match point right now.
That is absolutely insane right there, ladies and gentlemen. So far, this is only match number 2 of the day. You can see the nade going out immediately. And Nondescript now on the attacking side. Let's see how quick they can take a site or not.
Oh, Luke not getting that kill, just getting the partial. Has to be said. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Okay. I can't read that name, but that was a fantastic shot. As we see it right now. That's at least an opening kill for them. Bringing it to 4-4 though, as there has been a trade somewhere else on the map. Sends control here in the middle building. 40 seconds on the clock. I think the bomb has been planted. What? The bomb has been planted? Okay. Nondescript managed to find the bomb plant. First one of the day. And now they have to shut it down. They have 30 seconds to work with now, and they have to defuse. So effectively, only 25 seconds on the clock for them. Sky Primes misses the first shot. Finds a second. Oh,
Could not find the third, but
what?
defuse and not gonna be let happen.
I respect the attempt.
I respect it. That would have been cool to watch right there.
Wait,
final round. Target of 7, ladies and gentlemen. And Nondescript
7.
need that one more. And you can see they gun down. A little bit of a split. Nade goes out, and it looks like the rest of the team says, hey, let's go get this last round at B, baby.
Yeah, they're just gonna full send it, gonna run it down. Simpsy looking for a kill, not damaged just quite yet. You have to get this kill, Simpsy. He doesn't. Luke shuts him down. It's gonna be 1 player down so far, 2 on the side of Sky Prime. So it's 5v3. Bricks does manage to get the trade eventually, though.
Winnable, very winnable over here for the defenders, Sky Primes. But the bomb has been planted over on B. A 3v3 situation. Will Nondescript walk away with their second map? Or will Sky Primes try to breathe in this ocean for just a little bit longer?
I just love watching this minimap right now. The coverage from Nondescript, perfect. But the teamwork, the way they are moving together as a squad right now. Oh, but unfortunately, that just means a double kill. Now there is a 3v2. Outcast finds another. And just like that, that is all she wrote here for map number 2.
That is insane. Nondescript with absolute domination yet again. And they want to make it to the finals of today. They want to get to that land in Lagos, and they want to get that share of $15,000. And you can see it right in front of you. I mean, look at some of this action. Male with this sniper. Wait for it. 3, 2, 1. Bang! Just like that with that snipe. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, this double kill here from Sens as well. Like we said, it felt like there was some miscommunication. That player should have turned their head to come and face him down. He was exposed and managed to find another kill. Sky Primes just have to focus up on that just a little bit. But that is now 2-0 up in favor of Nondescript. Sky Primes, they've now lost the respawn and the tactical game mode. And that is a scary thought if you're going into Control, which is a hybrid game mode coming up next. And they need to find a way. That was a beautiful quick scope again. Almost had that clutch.
So
That's
nice.
it. I was rooting for it so hard. But yeah, now Sky Primes, what do you have to do? We've seen some reverse sweeps so far, but it just looks like Nondescript is untouchable.
Oh, absolutely. They were undefeated. They look untouchable. And, you know, somewhere, somehow, it seems undeniable that they're going to go 3-0. And Sky Prime's looking to go ahead and reverse sweep. That it's going to be a challenge, not fully impossible, but you're going to have to do your most and do your best. But now we get into Control, Daddy Cool. And
oh, yeah.
What do we think the strategy for Sky Primes needs to be over here? What's the mindset that they need to have?
It's a tough one, having 2 back-to-back games like that. I mean, a lot of those rounds came down to 2v2s, 1v1s even. So the 7-1 score isn't always so telling. They were so close to just, I don't think, getting victory necessarily, but maybe a 4-7 scoreline. They were close to having a scoreline like that, which is good for the mental. But a 7-1 is just so demoralizing. You have to just take it on the chin, take a deep breather, and just come back. It's a brand new map. Just take every step as a brand new step, and focus on back to basics. Like I said, communication. It just feels like there's a little bit of a mishap there, not coming where the players are, and maybe not covering as well. There in the last round, we saw them, grouping up properly to get onto the site to get that bomb defuse. But yeah, just minor little things. I feel it is a team game after all. So apes together strong. Teamwork makes the dream work. You know how it goes.
Absolutely. And Nondescript, of course, they cool, calm, and collected right now, looking to go ahead and secure a third map, looking to go ahead and get into the final of today. But that's not all the action that we have, Daddy Cool, because with that final that we're doing, we're also doing a lower bracket as well.
We have, well, yes, we are actually, you're right. And we're talking about X-Havoc, who have been fighting themselves up all the way from the lower bracket. So they have a bit of a revenge arc to do. They have actually beaten Sky Primes previously, but then Sky Primes defeated them again. But still, there's one player, one team that's just sitting there at the top, just looking at, it feels like the ants fighting as, Nondescript. They are looking untouchable. But yeah, we possibly could have one of our giveaway things to tell you about now in just a second. But again, we have the South African qualifiers closing here on the 19th of June. So if you want to get part of this Call of Duty Mobile action, be sure to go and check it out right now. As you can see, there are the dates. So these are the dates for all of the regional qualifiers in Africa. If you are in one of these countries, be sure you register. It's before the day that it starts. So Ghana would be the 5th of June, which has passed, unfortunately. But Kenya, 26th of June. And then the wild card one is on the 26th as well. And then 17th of July, my birthday, is for Nigeria. So, yeah. And as you can see there, they are playing to get to that LAN Grand Finals in Lagos on the 30th and the 31st of August. That is what they're currently playing for. And who wins there will be going to the International Grand Finals and representing Africa on the map, which is such an exciting prospect right now. And I mean, Nondescript looking like a team that could take it all the way there.
I mean, that's scary if you think of Nondescript in that World Championships as well. I mean, looking at how they play already from these two matches that we've gotten to witness, it'll be absolutely insane to witness that. And yes, of course, that is $15,000, ladies and gentlemen. But what could potentially be the last match of our upper brackets over here, Daddy Cool, we get into the final games.
Yes, and you love to see it. It is on one of the Call of Duty Mobile original maps, if I am correct. And it's going to be Control. And just to start it off the bat, it's going to be Nondescript on the attack first. Well, and will they actually find... They started getting a small tick onto A, and looking like they found it now.
Ooh, and we saw an instant kill over there from, I believe it was Sense, if I'm not mistaken. And, I mean, the lives going down on both sides right now. You can see the capturings going through as well. Some quick eliminations. Kill feed just absolutely lighting up Daddy Cool, and those numbers dropping very quickly.
Yeah, actually, Sky Primes right now, eight lives behind. A full A side has been ticked as well. No, actually, no. The colors swapped around. I've been confused now for a second. Nondescript is the team in the lead. They have a 10-life lead right now. They have A in the back pocket. They've got 2 minutes to work with. This looks like it's going to be a very quick first round for the Control for side of Nondescript.
26 lives is still remaining, comparing to that 12 over on Sky Primes. Make that 11 as Sense gets one and says, I'm backing out from this. I'll see you in a couple of seconds. And looking to now go ahead, get another. There's another, looking maybe to go ahead and clean up these final 6 lives themselves. Spots a couple of players out. There's one, could not get the second.
Just 4 players, 4 versus 23. Now, I've seen mountains before, but that sounds like a mountain larger than Mount Everest. Mount Everest looks like an anthill at this point. It's a 1v23. That is going to be... I don't think you can get a reverse sweep like that. Finds 1 kill at least just because, but that's also going to be the full set of ticks going towards Nondescript.
Easy first round for Nondescript. It's almost like they didn't even have to sweat for that. It felt like they barely had to move around the map for that. And they look now to go ahead and clutch this up. They've already got that 1 point in. Let's see if they can go ahead and get it just as easy.
I just want to say our question is actually live on Twitter right now for everybody watching. The question is, which player dropped a nuke in the group stage of the Uganda qualifiers and against what team? Head on over to X, hashtag using the Carry1st Africa Cup hashtag, and you will potentially be winning yourself some COD points. So go and do that right now as we are here now onto round number 2 here on this Control. looking like it's going to be a tick going towards Sky Prime right now. 5 live advantage in the favor of Nondescript.
2,400 card points as well on that giveaway. So go ahead and answer using the hashtag as we witness a long shot headshot to go ahead and get the elimination from Brix. And look, very, very close as well to where Brix was. Spots out in the last frame over there, but decides to go ahead and get the flank, and the lives you can still see 25 to 20, a little bit more doable this time for Sky Primes. Only a 5 life lead on Nondescript.
Oh, and right now Jesse is in the back. He needs to find the skill. A little bit of undisciplined finger there. Does get shut down by Luke. Oh, that was a one shot, a nasty one. Oh, that is the Annihilator, if I'm correct. Gets that kill. Outcast finding a double there on the side as well. Brix now. See if we can just shut down this push, but it's not going to happen. Nondescript are just overwhelming the Annihilator. Getting another kill. Does get shut down though. Eventually finding another one though. Luke is unstoppable with that in his hand. Another one. Outcast here. Trying final grenade kill. 2 ticks so far. 30 seconds left. 12 to 22 life count again in favor of Nondescript. The story has all as time at this point. Oh my word! The triple kill just like that casually. Luke, all right, we see you. Well played there. Now looking to shut down here. Another one finds another. And it is just a slaughterhouse right now for Sky Primes.
It is worth mentioning that it is unfortunate that Sky Primes did lose a player between that last round and this one, and it is going to make things a little bit more difficult. But when you have Nondescript just like this, it's going to be difficult either way as they get that second score.
Yeah, it's a tough one to swallow right now if you are the team of Sky Primes. But no, you just have to go back to the drawing board, and who knows, if you do some of that Rocky Balboa montage, you could find yourself here again doing a lot of damage in the next series. And they're actually one of the Nondescript players fell out. That's actually going to be the one of Outcast, so that's a good opportunity for the side of Sky Primes now to get a point on the map. Simpsy has the equalizer in hand. This Akimbo is disgusting. Finds kills just like that. And Luke also has a sniper here in hand. Gonna find one minor assist. I feel like that was a pretty big assist with that gun, but you know, who am I to say? And Luke throwing out the Predator drone, seeing if he can find him.
And the SKS just hits so hard as well. And, you know, equally as hard is this equalizer. You can see Brix up close and personal. Finds Pixel out just spawning in. And actually, Sky Primes this time now with a little bit of a life advantage over Nondescript. A 5 life lead, I should say. And this could be their first round on the board right now.
Yep, it could be. And this could be what you need to just get that morale back up again. Maybe even do a reverse sweep. But 30 seconds is on the clock. You need to find his kill. Brix finds a first. Will he find another? He has his high ground position right now. Can do a lot with it. A lot of info, possibly. Peeks a little bit dangerously. Can he find something? Not going to. They are just out of his line of sight. Oh, spots one at the back. Not going to get a kill off of it, though, but at least that's info slowing them down. 23-18 life advantage currently for Sky Primes.
That is absolutely insane. They could get their first round over here. And if they do, this could be the beginning of the comeback story. The beginning of the reverse sweep. Mail with almost an entire clip fired, but could not find the shots at all, unfortunately. You can see Pixel right now, up close and personal, gets the one elimination very, very quickly, and A is almost captured.
And once it is captured, that would be another minute on the board. As we said, there it is now. A minute and a half to capture B. 3 ticks needed. 16 to 15 is the life count. Pretty equal. You can definitely see Outcast is a player that just cleans off the map, as this is so much slower right now. It is also a 4v4, so not as many players on the map. There we have another kill happening. That is the War Machine in hand. Oh, the War Machine not getting a kill. Gets shut down as well. That's huge. 15-12 now in favor of Sky Primes. A minute to work with. And 3 ticks still needed.
3 ticks still needed. And this is putting pressure now on Nondescript. And I think for the first time within this entire series so far, and you can see it right now, there's a little bit of panic in their eyes. There is that kills that are happening, but the timer is ticking down so quickly that you can see they're trying to focus those eliminations right now. The bow in hand, the Sparrow from Pixel looking to go ahead and find a couple opponents, but no spot out just yet. In 37 seconds, they finally start getting it up to that first stock, and 8-8 is our live.
A lot of specialists are in play right now. As we can see, the Annihilator has been pulled out, the Vortex Cannon, the Sparrow, everything being committed here to finish it out. 5-6 now in favor of Nondescript again. 4-6, 3-5, left, right, and center. Here we have it. We've seen this player do so much damage so well. The ticks are there. One tick is all Nondescript needs. It's a 1v5, one versus the world. Can he find anything here? He's not going to be able to. And Nondescript close it out here on the final round. 3-0 is the score.
That is absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. We just witnessed Nondescript go through all gas, no brakes, gun blazing, off the scale with it. Yeah, I mean, just going straight through the opponents, getting that victories clean, 3-0, just like that. And they will be moving to that final that we will be doing later here today. That will be the team cashing their ticket for Uganda into that Lagos land. Absolutely well played over there to Nondescript. But Daddy Cool, you mentioned something a little bit in that entire battle. Let's go ahead and refresh these players' memories, or these viewers' memories, I should say. And the giveaway for 2,400 card points. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to win this, all you have to do is answer the following question. Which player dropped a nuke in the group stage of the Uganda qualifiers and against what team? I will repeat that. Which player dropped a nuke in the group stage of the Uganda qualifiers and against what team? If you want to win that 2,400 card points, please go ahead. Tweet your answers on X using the hashtags Carry1st Africa Cup and hashtag Carry1st Cup 2025. That will give you, and if you answer correctly, you have that shot of winning 2,400 card points.
You said these viewers, but I'm pretty sure these are the players as well. This could be the future generation of players that we will be bringing all this action towards. If you want to get involved in the esports scene here for Call of Duty Mobile, be sure to also go and register, as we said earlier, cup.carry1st.com, and get your esports journey started. And who knows where you will find yourself. You might find yourself at LAN at Lagos. You might find yourself at LAN in the grand finals internationally. And I mean, it's such an exciting journey to be part of, and you could get started right now. Remember to go and register. But yeah, what an amazing game, number one. Go and answer those questions on Twitter. I think you guys know who got those kills, who got a nuclear. I think the player has made it very clear in these lobbies who they are. Now the question is who, and I might...
Win rate for Nondescript Gaming right now, and let's see if they can go ahead and keep that 100%. They are in that grand final for today to get to Lagos, that land where they will compete for $15,000, and of course the opportunity for the World Championship as well. What domination that was, though. We got to see everything from the SMGs to the snipers, just like that. And you can see why this is one of the top teams in Africa for Call of Duty Mobile. And they're looking to go ahead and be one of the top teams in the world right now, Dan.
That whole prospect gets me so excited. If we can look at that bracket again, who are we bringing you guys next is the question. And again, we know who's going to be in the grand final. It's going to be Nondescript. And I think it's going to be now Sky Primes versus X Havoc again. And who is going to be able to face off against Nondescript then? And like, that must be a scary prospect. Maybe they're kind of doing the thing, they're kind of like, making like they're not that good, the good old fashioned, bluff, they're just giving it to them, and then Sky Primes will come back swinging later. Who knows? There's storylines in every single one of these esports tournaments, any tournament actually. But all of these players, they just want also not just the prize money, but the honor of being able to say you're one of the best teams in the country. No, on the continent of Africa, and potentially representing your country and again the continent on the international stage. That is such an honor to be part of. So you know what these players are playing for right now, and it has to just put so much fire underneath you, but also gets the nerves kind of tingling and get you. I've seen how these Call of Duty Mobile players play. It is insane. My fingers are not that dexterous, so what they are doing is crazy impressive, and the skill is showing, and it's an insane caliber that these players are playing at. But yeah, I think we're probably going to give a small little intermission as we go over to or get ready for our next match. We will see you guys in just a bit.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. If I die, take her far from here, to a new life.
I heard about Carry1st hosting this event, and I was like, nah, I have to take part.
Winning means everything for us. We're not just here to represent NXG, but our country, South Africa. And this is the biggest tournament this continent has ever seen, so winning does mean everything to us.
In Nigeria, they'll say no grief for anybody. So
That's Call of Duty for you, I guess, and that's called.
Losing tournaments like this it can be very, very emotional. You have to like have strong real force and everything just to know like break down or anything, because if you want to start thinking about the hours put into it, like the whole stress, everything just to come and lose is crazy.
We can't really see who's the best until we see it at the final.
Our team is the stronger.
That draw kind of lost everyone. Vortex gun coming into play from life to clean house.
Personally, we feel like we have the best gun skills in the game, and our playstyle is, you know, very unique.
We want to settle the jollof wars. Which jollof is better, Nigerian or Ugandan? So whoever always gets the jollof bragging rights.
Come on, are we playing? Yeah. Let's play.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. If I die, take her far from here, to a new life.
I heard about Carry1st hosting this event, and I was like, nah, I have to take part.
Winning means everything for us. We're not just here to represent NXG, but our country, South Africa. And this is the biggest tournament this continent has ever seen, so winning does mean everything to us.
In Nigeria, they'll say no grief for anybody. So
That's Call of Duty for you, I guess, and that's call.
Losing tournaments like this it can be very, very emotional. You have to like have strong real force and everything just to know like break down or anything, because if you want to start thinking about the hours put into it, like the whole stress, everything just to come and lose is crazy.
We can't really see who's the best until we see it at the final.
Our team is the stronger.
That draw kind of lost everyone. Vortex gun coming into play from life to clean house.
Personally, we feel like we have the best gun skills in the game, and our playstyle is, you know, very unique.
We want to settle the jollof wars. Which jollof is better, Nigerian or Ghanaian? So whoever always gets the jollof bragging rights.
Come on, are we playing? Yeah. Let's play.
Hey, before we get back into that action, let's just remind you of what's going on. Not only is this entire games going on to get a spot for these teams in the Lagos LAN, but there's also stuff for you as well. Daddy Cool, all these viewers can win 2,400 card points right now if they answer one very simple question.
Am I the one reading the question? I will
Yes,
read the
I would love
question.
for
Oh,
you.
wow. Okay. So the question is, which player dropped a nuke during the qualifiers and against which team? You guys, this answer we have said on stream a few times. I've given a hint once. If you haven't heard it, the hint is usually has the player you guys should know, but the team often associated with the site. That is your little hint on that front. Go and check out the tweet. Go and enter. And what could they get if they get the answer right?
Ooh, 2,400 card points. And of course, your tweets over here can pop up on the live so you can see yourselves over on the big screen as well. And you can even see it right here, right now. Hey, it's Daddy Cool's
That's
tweet
a bit,
as well.
yeah.
You want to be like Daddy Cool and show up on the big screen? Go use those tweets with the hashtags as well. Hashtag Carry1st Africa Cup and hashtag Carry1st Cup 2025. And hey, if you guys don't win that 2,400 card points, we have another giveaway coming in the stream as well. But even if you don't win that one, Daddy Cool, Carry1st Shop is the best way to top up on those Call of Duty's points with the best prices and local payment methods. And on top of that, there's a 20% discount off on card points happening right now, where you guys can get the mythic VMP Toxic Blooms. And what a beautiful skin that is, Daddy Cool.
It is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, even the battle pass you can buy with those card points. So much you can do with that 20% discount if you are in Uganda right now. But I think we haven't actually said a big, massive shout out so far to the team over at Carry1st, putting all of this together. I mean, these specials, the whole ecosystem, like you said, the best prices to top up here on the African continent. Absolutely. Those hashtags again, that is Carry1st Cup 2025, and go and engage, show up on stream, and you could win yourself. And like we see as well, join the community. Is where it all starts, and we also have those registrations closing for the South African qualifiers on the 19th of June. So many ways for you to get involved here on the Call of Duty mobile side of things with Carry1st, and it's just hype left, right, and center. AR.
I absolutely love it. You guys saw that QR code for a second over there. Go ahead, scan that, and join in on the Carry1st official community program as well. But Daddy Cool, we have a couple of minutes while we're setting up the lobbies, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Nondescript Gaming, clean wins, 100% win rate in the finals right now. Now we have sort of that rivalry match, Sky Primes versus X Havoc, and both of these teams now fighting their final chance to get into that final, their final chance to go ahead and get into that LAN at Lagos, and their final chance to compete for $15,000 to secure a ticket to World Champs. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have the playoffs going through, and like Daddy Cool said, the cut-off date, the deadline for signing up for South Africa, 19th of June. Go and sign up right now. We already have one team that has secured their spot to that LAN in Lagos. It is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, it is Sage Gaming, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Sage Gaming that has gone ahead and qualified for Lagos. Now we get our second team to go through, Daddy Cool. And the battle now starts with Sky Primes and with X Havoc.
Now, what makes Sky Primes versus X Havoc so interesting is Sky Primes lost to X Havoc in the open group stages, but then later on the line, Sky Primes actually knocked X Havoc down to the lower bracket. So both of these teams have beaten each other. So now it's like they've effectively had a big one. Their score is 1-1 right now. It's who's going to be the final one who does win one more time. And looking at these maps and modes, Apocalypse, Coastal, Raid, Slums, and Standoffs, also peak Call of Duty mobile maps. Maps loved left, right, and center across the scene. And I think we are in here for a show. Again, it's Hardpoint to start us off with, some Search and Destroy, then Control, and back to Hardpoint and Search and Destroy again. And we saw how X Primes, they got that one map and the rounds were close for the Search and Destroy. We haven't yet seen the side of X Havoc yet. How are they going to come out swinging this one? I think this one should be a much more of a clash of a match between these two. Like we said, they have both each beaten each other once. I think we're in for a good showing here, but then later on they have to go and face off against Nondescript again, which just feels like such a monumental challenge. Do you think they've had enough time to figure out what they can do?
Here's the thing. These two teams right now, they should know each other extremely well right now. Like you said, they've gone up against each other, but at the same time, they should know what Nondescript has in their back pocket. And that right there is leading the charge at the same time, Outcast. I mean, we saw, what, a 40-11 on our first match of the day from Outcast.
What was that player's name again? What? Outcast? Something
Outcast.
Tweet? Yeah, I'm just saying anyway. we're gonna help you guys.
Allegedly, chat. No, but Outcast obviously dominating over there, and not even just Outcast, the rest of Nondescript as well following that lead. These two teams, they've gone up against that. They've seen that threat, and to a certain extent, they need to sort of strategize ahead of this matches right now. It's better to be 1,000 steps ahead than 1,000 steps behind. But it seems like Nondescript is always at least that 500 steps ahead. So you got to get that 500 gain. But for now, you guys know each other. Sky Primes against X Havoc. You guys have gone up against each other. You guys have beaten each other. You guys know each other inside and out. So in these 5 maps, you got to go ahead and just be better. And we're going to start off, like you said, Daddy Cool, with Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Now this map is bringing back some memories. It's such a fun map. It can be quite chaotic, but if you're a good team with good coordination, you can do so much. But we've talked about how communication is so important. Let's see if the gun skills and communication here is on point, as Bricks is quickly looking at his shoes, getting ready for this map number 1. Again, it's going to be Hardpoint and Zenith on site to get the first few ticks going in as the site goes live.
And interesting to know as well, X Havoc a man down right now as well. And I mean, numbers advantage could go and screw things up just a little bit, but Zenith's aim right there to go ahead and take control of that disadvantage as they get the first few points on the board.
They have the disadvantage, but that doesn't affect them as they do have the score lead as well already. They got on the side, they took the control. Zenith has the Hunter drone to do some damage with. QS9 here in hand, finds 1 kill with it. And that does clear out the site for them just a little bit. The contest is in once again, but Zenith is going to shut them down. And there we have it again. X Havoc on it right now with the nut player down, currently keeping it in control.
Absolutely, and looking to go ahead and get that final against Nondescript. X have looking to make their plays, make every moment count within this as Zenith gets taken out. And I do believe that is going to be for the final few seconds. Sky Prime's getting that, but the hill's going to move right now, Daddy Cool.
It is, and this is one of those heals that I think can be one of the big money heals if you do manage to control it. You know, it's not as center as heal number 1. If you control those spawns, we've talked about how important the spawns is. Just look at player 2 and 4. They are making sure that nobody comes in to control that spawn, and it is going to be on the side of Sky Primes to try and break in. They find a few kills. Zenith now has a death machine in hand. It's such a potent gun. Finds 2, looking for a 3rd. Going to back off for now at first. His team is there to back him up. But X Havoc just controlling right now, and that's a player down still. Oh, he shoots. He gets a few through the hole there, but not going to be much more than that, but still enough to slow them down.
Nothing scarier than spotting a death machine through a window. Gets a good couple of kills, but eventually goes down. Slash gets taken out by HUDs as well. And a little bit of a trade-off from Crimson. 56-9 is the score. Of course, that target 250. And I mean, with 10 seconds left on this hill, it's about to move, and you can see exactly on that minimap where it's going.
Yeah, and like we said, this is one of those money hills. If you have that spawn, if you get on, it definitely can keep those players off. So next set of rotations, Sky Primes have to try and prioritize it. As we're heading here to P number 3, UAV is being called in. This is one of those more mixy hills, you know, you can get surrounded from multiple areas. Slash finds the first kill, gets traded off immediately though. Left, right, and center kills. You know, that death machine isn't called the live machine. We saw it get a bunch of kills earlier. Will they find some more right now? A few specialists should be coming up any second as well right now, and Wind trying to flank around to get some spawn. He gets the first one, and this could be exactly what they need for Sky Prime.
I mean, you saw the UAV from Crimson over there. Hey, it's due as a couple of eliminations going over to X Havoc, but just like that, Sky Primes, they sort of got their footing again, and you can see them on this hill right now. You can see Slash trying to fight them off right now.
Oh.
Needs to go ahead, pop that reload, and that is going to be the death of him.
It's going to be the death of him indeed. Yeah, I just love to see how the player there went and took that spawn control. We talked about how important spawns are when you are playing hardpoint. Oh, looks for one. Doesn't find either. They're both so low. Somebody just look at them funny and they should die. But nobody is there to trade it up just quite yet. Scoreline 2 seconds left on this hill. Getting ready for P number 4. X Havoc currently 50 points in the lead. Still a player down as well. So this is not boding well for Sky Primes. They really need to, to slow it down and focus in a bit.
The feeling out process needs to be there for Sky Primes. They can't just go all gas, no brakes right now. Even though we would love to see it, they need to go ahead and take this strategically. This is their final shot to go ahead and get to that finals. Their final shot to get to that land. You can sort of see that they are locking in just a bit. A couple of eliminations, but then finally going down to Zenith over there. I should say to Wind over there. Wind gets taken out on a little bit of an revenge kill. And, I mean, the points going up for Sky Primes right now.
Yeah, almost about to break 100. Not too big a lead just quite yet, at least for Sky Primes. They can still bring it back. Second set of rotations are going to come into play soon. You just have to reevaluate how. We saw how important Hill 2 is, especially. That one can give you all the points you need. But yeah, don't forget, if you guys tweet and at and everything, your tweets could be showing live on stream right here, right now, using those hashtags. Get involved in all the action. And don't forget to go answer that question if you want to get yourself 2,400 COD points. 67.97. The gap has definitely closed quite significantly now. Second set of rotations about to start. Hill number 1. Quite a mixy one in the middle of everything. Let's see how Sky Prime answers for this next set of rotations.
Oh, and the numbers going down equally over there. 1-to-1 trade-offs, but back in it now for this hill. And immediately X Havoc on it right now. You can see Bricks with a pre-fire to chase off of the point. And now goes ahead, gets that points up a little bit more through the window. Gets the elimination, but doesn't spot on the left and gets taken out eventually.
That was such a clean kill, but yeah, unfortunately swung out of cover. Bit too hasty there. I just feel the Sky Prime's nerves. They're really they need to get them under control. As I said, Bricks finds one, keeping them off of sight, helping his teammates on site, but the contest is going to be there. Wind finds one from the back. Now 85-111 is the score. Again, that gap has closed significantly. Wind now pushing ahead, calling all the info for his team, keeping the spawns. Mixie finds one, looking for another, finds it. And that's going to be what X Havoc needs to broaden that gap once again.
Do we think that Sky Primes is feeling the pressure right now? They know that it's the final shot, and it's giving them the shakes just a little bit. I mean, of course, COD Mobile requires that calm aim, especially within it. As we see the claw come out, not getting any eliminations on it, but bouncing around. We see pushing onto the site right now, pushing onto the hill, and taking that score up even further. And this is a powerful hill right now.
Yeah, that specific room was made for the claw. Unfortunately, ran out of bullets before it could get some more, but managed to slow them down quite a lot. And that is P2, full control of X Havoc again, Death Machine in hand. And that's going to probably put the likes of X Havoc close to the 200 set point. Zenith finds 3 on the one side. Crimson just spamming for spamming's sake. Oh my word, Zenith is just locking this down here on this little hole. Somebody shut him down. 161-91 is the score.
That is beautiful right there. And just holding this window, has to reload, so backs up a little bit. But now the reverse peek from this window comes through, and Sky Prime is looking to go ahead, get the last few points of this, even pops the UAV, but that hill's about to move one more time.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a little bit too late, but they do manage to break the 100, not giving it too much away. As now it's going to be hill number 3. We saw that X Havoc was able to keep it quite well, but Sky Prime was able to break it as well. Wind now going in, looking for one. He finds it with the weapon switch at least. A bit of a mixy situation. But look at that yellow kill feed. X Havoc about to break 200. Sky Prime's getting shut down from the side, not clearing the crosses. Wind finds a double. Sky Prime's definitely on their nerves right now.
About 60 points away from taking this is X Havoc. Sky Prime is looking to go ahead and let this game last out just a little bit longer, but almost at that 200 right now. And they're looking to go ahead and push it a bit further. Gets off the point. 30 seconds on this one before it decides, hey, we're going to move again. And now both on the point. It is going to be X Havoc that's going to take it just to 200.
There we go. 200, as we said, is broken. X-Havoc on the side as well with it. We have the War Machine almost ready here for Slash. And that could be such a shutdowning ability. Crimson comes in from behind, finds a beautiful position there to shut them down again. LMG here. This is doing so much as MG42. Can just mow down people. And I think this is the perfect map for it. 40 points is all X-Havoc needs to take map number 1.
Sky Prime's not going down without a fight, but you can see Crimson waiting for the just to get fed those kills, but unfortunately gets fed some bullets instead. Wind up close and personal gets taken out. Sky Prime's on the hill right now, taking it up, but immediately forced off. And now it's going to be X-Havoc trying to go ahead and take this last 40 seconds before it shuts one more time.
Ooh, Death Machine in hand again for Zenith. He instantly finds 3 with it as well. The Death Machine, if you're running into a room and that thing is being held down, you are just going to evaporate. And now Wind, he reads it perfectly, finds another. 2-2-2 is the score. 20 seconds on the clock. They could possibly win it here if it goes uncontested, but no. There will be one more hill to play off of. But how close X-Havoc is right now, it's going to be tough. Equalizer in hand gets shut down.
Shut down and 14 seconds left on it as we see the claw coming into play one more time. Unfortunately not aiming just high enough and is going to go ahead and fall to that player. 228 to 112 is where we are. 113, but I mean that's that hill pushing one more time. And I mean
just look at Zenith's skill for me for a second there. 55. I've been every time we see Zenith, he's picking up 2-3 kills, and it's clearly showing in that score feed right now.
Holy
5 kills.
The entire team above 20. That's insane.
Yeah, X-Havoc definitely are ready for that grand finals. It feels like they want to go and face off against Nondescript, and currently what is looking like they actually could possibly do it. They just have to carry this through now all the way to the finish.
And the thing is, Daddy Cool, down a player, X-Havoc getting these kills, getting these points, 7 away, make that 5, 4, 3, 2, and just like that, X-Havoc take the first map.
Oh my. Yo, I don't know if what Nondescript did to Sky Primes just completely eviscerated their morale, but again there, for one man down and getting, that has to be so bad for the morale, but you have to just take a deep breath, take it from step 1 back to basics. Again, felt like there was some miscommunication things happening here and there. But yeah, now as this is going into map number 2, which is going to be S&D, Sky Primes, they need to find their rhythm before it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, next up is that Search and Destroy as well. S&D on Coastal. I mean, we've seen Sky Primes. They did manage to go ahead and put up a fight in S&D. Maybe they'll do this right now as well. If we do go ahead and have a man down on X-Havoc again, surely Sky Primes can make their comeback in S&D.
No, definitely. But again, Zenith, almost 60 kills by the end of that match. I didn't see, but it felt like he was well on his way to 60. Definitely did a lot of work. And sometimes it's just so tough. If somebody has a day that they're locked in like that, it's so tough to play against, right? Like, no matter what you do as a team, one player is just locked into the max. Next up is going to be Coastal, as we see Search and Destroy. As you've mentioned, you can't get 60 kills in Search and Destroy at least. So let's see how that translates to rounds. And will we have Sky Primes getting some points on the map here?
I mean, that first match was absolutely insane. Almost as insane as that 20% off discount on COD points from shop.carry1st.com for players from Uganda. Go ahead, get that right now. 20% off, massive. Make sure you take and capitalize this moment to get yourself some COD points and get yourself that mythic VMP Toxic Plumes, which is an absolutely beautiful gun. You definitely don't want to miss out on that.
Definitely not. So much ways for you to get involved as well. As we said, we have the community program you can join with the QR code. You can go and join and register for the South African qualifiers happening from the 20th of June. So get involved, scan the QR codes, go answer our question that is still running as well. Who got a nuclear and against which team in the open qualifiers? Go tell us that. And then you can see Outcast dropped. Hey, we have somebody giving the answer. Let's not say the answer, but I'm just saying. I'm neither going to confirm nor deny that tweet, but we have an answer there so far. If you want your 2,400 COD points, be sure to go and tweet using those hashtags as well.
And if you do not win this one, there is going to be a second giveaway within the stream as well. So make sure you are staying tuned to this live so that you can get that question. You can go answer using those hashtags and you can stand a chance of winning another 2,400 card points. But second match now, Radical, search and destroy. Sky Prime's losing that one to a team that was down 1 player. What do they need to lock in right now? Of course, mental down already from going up against Nondescript, getting a 3-0 from Nondescript. This is their final chance. Pressure is high right now. What do they need to do to keep that mental up?
They need to I think hype each other up, man. You know, sometimes even if you're gonna lose, play like you're gonna lose. Actually, just throw it out the window. Just give it your all. Just don't focus on the past. Like we said, every map is a new map. Take it from there. I know it's easier said than done, but that is also what separates the good from the great, from the bad, from the best. It's about how you manage in these trying times. We've seen some crazy reverse sweeps happen from teams that actually have lost 6-0s. So it's definitely doable. It's all about your mental. And let's see how Sky Primes potentially answers with their mental here as we are into map number 2.
Search and destroy. And actually both teams now, 4 players each. And we are going to go ahead and see a quick elimination from Zenith already. And actually a second one as well behind enemy lines. And gets a third now, looking for the last. Spots the last, but I mean, doesn't even matter. T-Slash right there to go ahead and get that elimination.
Some good trigger discipline there from Zenith, not shooting immediately, just trying info first and then finds a vulnerable target with a back turn, manages to find 2 there with some teamwork. And it is a 4v4 now as well, it seems, on the side of X-Havoc or Sky Primes. They've also lost a player, but Sky Primes actually take the first round.
Absolutely. And in SND, we got to see Sky Primes go ahead and get back into it. This is their chance now to go ahead and get back into the fray as a quick scope gets the first elimination.
Another snipe kill there on the we can see in the kill feed 2 so far down. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of Sky Primes. I think we might have our things are the wrong way around currently, so please bear with me if I get that wrong. But yes, it is actually X-Havoc who currently are in the lead with that first round and getting a few kills. It's a 3v1 situation as Chucky needs to try and clutch it out.
I'm in dire situation right now for Sky Primes, and I mean, timer ticking, 40 seconds. Puts that away and tries to get the gun out in time, but just gets beamed, and that's 2-0 immediately for X-Havoc.
For X-Havoc, indeed. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing here is, right, it might look like Sky Primes is currently, getting a little bit rolled. But I promise you, if you find them in the lobbies, you will probably get rolled by them. But that is just sometimes a caliber of skill difference you find between players when you're playing at this level. We even saw earlier, again, just how the team of Nondescript was able to do so much. And now X-Havoc as well. I'm excited to see what that grand final will look at. Bit of a slow round right now. Some communication, just trying to figure out what they're going to do. Zenith now finds one player, just some info for his team. Crimson looking for a snipe, but Slash finds one already.
Absolutely. And I mean, 2v3 situation right now for Sky Primes. And I mean, trying to go ahead and defend against X-Havoc is absolutely tough. And these are 2 teams that have gone up against each other before. And these are definitely 2 teams that want to end this little rivalry, that want to end this angle, this storyline right here, right now. And the headshot goes ahead off of that flick, and it takes it down to a 2v1.
2v1 indeed. I just want to confirm, who won who first? Looking at it here, it was the team of Sky Primes who lost to X-Havoc, but then they sent them down. So X-Havoc won the first one, Sky Prime won the second one. But now X-Havoc took that personally, it seems, as they are once again here. They have all the advantages in their favor, as it is going to be a Russian name person. I need to know what their name is actually so I can give it to you. But there we have it. They take X-Havoc, take round number 3.
Round number 3, just like that. And they need to get to 7 again to go ahead and get a second point on that board. One step closer to that final. Primes need to go ahead, lock in. They need to somehow make this a little bit of a comeback story, get back into it, and maybe go one more time up against Nondescript. This time changing the outcome, changing history and them themselves pushing themselves into that land at Lagos. But the feeling out process right now, snipers in hand. Chucky gets spotted on a quick scope, but does not connect. And that is going to be the first blood over towards Chucky and Sky Primes.
The bomb has been planted by X Havoc though, so that does put some fire underneath Sky Primes. They do have the number advantage though, so they can work with it. But you know, sometimes time is an extra player. They find one kill there. Now it's going to be a 4v2 situation. 25 seconds on the clock. Effectively only 15 seconds. They do have that time for the defuse as well to take into account. Bricks finds one, looking for another. Will they find it's a 1v1 situation? And I think that is going to be X Havoc's getting another round as the defuse will not be successful.
He's not successful. A ring around the Rosie over from Crimson over there buys enough time, I believe, for that to go in. No, gets the defuse with 1 second. Just in time. Sky Prime saying we're still alive in this.
They keep the dream alive. That is fantastic. Came down to the wire. But damn, that was a quick defuse. But I mean, that must be happy for you. You know, this could be the start of that comeback. This is exactly what you need for that mental. That clutch is just so, you know, once you get that clutch, your heart is pumping. You can do so much with it. I must say, I did respect the absolute wide quick scope peek that player did the previous round. Like, you got to respect it every now and then. But, you know, it does get punished in the end. Win finds the first kill for this round.
You saw Bex go over there for this. The sword again did not play out this time as Zenith gets another elimination just like that. And it's looking all X Havoc right now as they take that round so quickly and push that score up to 4.
Up to 4 indeed. 4-1 is the score now on the Search and Destroy. If you are Sky Primes, you need to start wondering what you need to do. I mean, you won that round off of a clutch. You know, you don't want to always have to worry about winning on a clutch. So some small things just adding up against your favor right now. Zenith going for a quick early nade, just getting some info. Not going to spot anything. Might get some damage with the nade, and that will be the info, but none found just yet. But being controlled by 2 snipers.
And the thing that X Havoc does so well is they can flank their opponents so easily. They can get into those back lines and they get the elimination. Zenith this time pushing up and spots the player coming up the stairs with an easy elimination. And now a 3v2 situation as bomb starts getting planted.
Oh! Yeah. We love a quick scope, eh? That is why we watch Call of Duty, is for those sexy quick scopes. Right now, bomb has been planted again. 40 seconds on the clock. It is a 2v2, a bit of deja vu, if you will. Has a Gambit in hand, making a lot of noise here. Needs to find the sniper kill. Spots one. Gets it! Beautiful! Knife in hand. Oh, misses it. 1v1 now, Chucky. It's all up to you. 20 seconds on the clock. A lot of time to work with. Zenith, though, on 9 kills. Definitely the top player currently for X Havoc. So if you are Chucky, you have a lot of pressure, spots him, and gets shut down. Zenith not going to go down without a fight.
That stick and quick scope hit Daddy Cool. That would have been it. That would have been the morale booster right there for Sky Primes, but instead they just hand over another point to X Havoc, resetting that timer to 2 minutes and back in it one more time. X Havoc 2 away from taking the SND map as well. Sky Primes 4 away from tying us up. Do you believe in miracles? Is the question. Doesn't
is he not seeing
up
the player?
Close. The player prone does not spot. Now up close and personal manages to go ahead and get one. Is Crimson Chucky the last alive?
We have to remember these players are playing on mobile devices, so their screens are a lot smaller than ours. Just not seeing that player prone there, you know, their vision is based on movement, you know, as well. And he was proning very quietly and ran right past, but I don't even think it mattered. Didn't manage to find a kill off of it. It is a 1v3 situation. And again, here on SND, it's 1st to 7 who takes it. And it looks like X Havoc are about to get themselves onto match point.
Yeah, and Sky Primes, they cannot get that bomb whatsoever. It's being defended with X Havoc's lives. Spots away Crimson is. The late fire, though, gives away position. And now gets Crimson very low off of that swing, but not enough to get that. And we are in match point.
Match point indeed for map number 2. And that will put us on series point next. Sky Primes just doesn't feel like it's their day today.
I mean, sometimes you wake up and it's just not the day for you for Call of Duty. Unfortunately, today is not the day you wanted to have that happen if you're Sky Primes. First going up against nondescript and then losing, and now against X Havoc, and it's not looking too good. It's looking grim, in fact, as Zenith swings out and gets that elimination, trading off numbers, 3v3 situation.
3v3 indeed, 2v2 just like that. The players dropping left, right, and center. Wind pushing in aggressively, trying to, apply pressure. Looking at the mini-map, those Sky Primes, they are backing each other up. Here, Slash, he sees the rotation happening. Those are going to go to B. Sky Primes, kind of just trying to feel it out. They do have a lot of time to work with, still 1 minute and 10 seconds. Slash just controlling this middle with that sniper, not going to throw away his life. You know how important it is if it's just a 2v2 situation. Slash, he looks at one, he misses this shot. Will he find a kill? Will he get traded out? Gonna repeat, misses again. These are risky shots. He finds it eventually. Sky Primes, 1v1.
1v1 now, and needs to go ahead and plant. You can see heading over towards B, looking to go ahead and maybe get that plant, clearing every corner. Meanwhile, Wind on that rotate, and plant is going to go down. That timer now, 44 seconds. 1v1 match point at this point right now. Will it be X Havoc taking this point, pushing them up, pushing themselves up to 2-0, or will Sky Prime live for just a little bit longer, breathe in this ocean that's slowly drowning them, and keep the dream alive? 20 seconds as we see Wind push onto site, clearing corners and slowly moving spots where the bomb is, spots where the player is. The beam comes through, and just like that, we'll get the defuse. X Havoc take the second point of the lower bracket.
There we go. Such a huge flank there from Wind. I don't think the player was expecting it, and that does pay off in the end. Gets a shot in the back. That is going to be it. Map number 2 going towards X Havoc. Like you said, 2 up now. Control up next on Raid. Raid, one of those timeless classics everybody loves to see. But again, now Sky Prime have lost both the Search and Destroy and the Control. They need to find something to do. Zenith, again, I think ended that game with about 13 kills. That's a lot for S&D, especially for only 7 rounds. It's looking like we know potentially who's going to be our last grand finalist teams. But it's not over yet. It still could be some locking in happening for Sky Primes.
I mean, what beautiful snipes we got to witness over on this map, on this game mode of SND. And I mean, we saw T-Slash go for that second one over there, did not hit, but 7-1 is our score, and surprisingly, the same score that we witnessed between Nondescript and Sky Primes happening again. Like you said, deja vu, but we are going to go into Raid for what could potentially be the final map in this best of 5 right now. And Daddy Cool, what action we've gotten to see over here. We even have a giveaway going on for all of these beautiful viewers that are witnessing Carry1st Cup go through. And here's another one, another tweet where you can go ahead and get your tweets shown up on screen as well. If you use the hashtags Carry1st Africa Cup and Carry1st Cup 2025, you can get your tweets shown on screen as well.
Yeah, and there was a question, who is going to be joining Sage Gaming on that cup to that grand final? And currently, it is the team of Nondescript waiting on that grand final podium. And it's looking like it's going to be X Havoc who are going to face down against them to see who will be joining this team of Sage Gaming. But yeah, that is another convincing map taken by X Havoc. And again, the scoreline not that different compared to the side of Nondescript, meaning that Nondescript versus X Havoc, we could have a match on our hand. Only time will tell. But again, like you said, lots of ways for players to win. Nobody has gotten the answer right just quite yet for our question. Again, that question being, which player got a nuclear in the group stages and against which team? So the player, people know, that has been, kind of answered already. And we've given that hint, often associated with a scythe. Is a hint I'm giving you guys to get that answer, and you could win yourself 2,400 COD points. But on that note, map number 3 is ready to rumble. This is it. It's either the beginning of the reverse sweep or the end of the road for team of Sky Primes. And they need to, work towards that reverse sweep. But, that's a big mountain they have to climb now.
I also cannot confirm nor deny on that hint. I have no association with it. But we get into our control map, ladies and gentlemen. 30 lives apiece. Who's going to go ahead and look at that, Daddy Cool? It's a full 5v5 stack.
Oh, yeah, that's what we want to see here for the end. It's going to be Zenith pushing in deep, immediately finds a kill. I don't think that player was expecting him. He just full sent it straight down mid. And there, you can see the comms are there this time around. Zenith is being called out for his team. He finds another one right now. Life advantage greatly in favor of X-Havoc. Oh my goodness, 24-29 now. Finally gets shut down, but that could be a score streak in hand.
He was going demon time over there, just getting kill after kill, and we go over with Wind. Misses a couple of shots, goes ahead, hits some, but not enough to get the elimination. And just turned all around the place, park or here and there. This player just trying to make a dastardly escape, but to no avail. Wind eventually gets that elimination.
So much chaos in that little moment there. Crimson very deep right now, 28-18. Sky Primes again on the back foot already. No, they have found a full tick on side of the B as well for X-Havoc so far. But the lives, again, they're just dwindling. What's going to go first? The lives or the ticks? Who knows? Zenith just gets taken out just in the end traded. But now 16-26, 10 life difference.
I mean, for the most part, these guys are playing it like a TDM, just gunning down for blood. And you can see Wind behind a couple of players. They're defending with their lives, but Wind just trying to take those lives from them as Crimson and Zenith up close as well. You can see Wind out in the distance, a little bit of wall damage over there, or just like that, it's going to be Zenith taking it out again. 11-25 is the lives, and A now finally going to go ahead and have some progress made on it.
Bricks in a crucial position here, but they don't spot out the player here at the bottom, but does get traded out Zenith. Zenith already on 11 kills on this short game so far. Now, Hunter Killer Drone does go out. Ticks being denied. 22-7. So they're slowing down the ticks, but it looks like the kills are just going to keep on coming through for X-Havoc. 5 players left. 21 versus 5. Zenith, here just playing the head glitch. They know that they don't need to do anything more. But yeah, the ticks as well. It's a race to the finish. Ticks versus lives. 4-21. Bricks at the window. Gonna get shut. No, actually, taking down Zenith. 1 versus 20 now. We've seen this before.
I mean, here's the thing that they've done so well. They've put so much pressure on the lives of Sky Primes that they can just sit on the site and be like, hey, you guys come to us now. We have all the advantages. Not only do we have a lockdown, you also only have 4 lives. What are you actually going to do about this? But we get into the second round, back to our refreshed 30 versus 30 lives in our 5v5. X-Havoc, Sky Primes, what could be the last map for this lower bracket, and X-Havoc now gonna go ahead and defend this with their lives. Be already with some progress.
Yeah, a lot of kills as well. 28-24, looking a little bit better. I mean, it was 24-30 last time around, you know, so they have that. We're just finding every little positive we can right now. The Sky Prime's just having a tough day right now, but also could just be X-Havoc having a fantastic game. There we have it. Chucky finds one, Wind finds another on the side. We have the Death Machine in hand, as we can see there at the top. So a lot of action happening. 1 tick so far onto B for Sky Primes.
1 tick so far, and a 4 life differential, still a 4 life differential after Wind gets that elimination. And blood just being thrown around on a raid right now as B almost fully completed on this lockdown. And I mean, X-Havoc maybe just letting them have this, and back up to 2 minutes now on that timer for this game. 16 I should say to 22 as the lives just keep going down.
Yeah, but again, it's not too far apart at all. We have a specialist available here. The Equalizer could do a lot of work if used correctly right now. It's going to be very important. Does get shut down though. Made a huge flank, but does get shut down. Now they're going to try and just keep them off. The Hunter Killer, oh no, actually the Predator missile finds, but I love this Creek skin, by the way. This is a gorgeous skin. So ethereal, but here in the top bedroom doing so much damage. Going to keep slowing them down. Wind, he's going to be the thorn in their side. Gets shut down eventually, but he did so much damage. 8-18 is the life count. Oh,
beautiful.
Equalizer.
Beautiful skins that you can get card points at shop.carry1st.com as well. 20% off for Ugandan players. And I mean, a 1v18 right now, it is going to be a tough one to do anything about this. And it's looking all X-Havoc right now, down to 1 HP. And I mean, a little bit of bullying going on to get that second point. But we are at our match point again.
On match point, indeed. This is a scary one for Sky Primes. It just feels like they can't find their rhythm here today. And this is their last hurrah. This is their last chance. If they don't get this map or this point right now, it is all over. They are going home, and we will be seeing X Havoc versus Nondescript in that grand final. Do they have something they can answer? Zenith finds the opening kill already. Once again, in their spawn already, looking for another, finds it. Does get shut down, though. Trades there, though. Crimson keeping B site on lockdown.
And Zenith got shut down over there, just shy of that 20 bomb for now at 19. And I mean, we'll see if that 20 bomb can come through. It most likely will. Faded gets one, but immediately gets Faded. There's that 20. Make that 21 and 8 for Zenith right now as he gets a couple kills. Faded pulls in that missile. That is going to go ahead and get the elimination right in front of Zenith. And objective B fully claimed by X Havoc, and A has one progress bar already completed. Just like that, 27 to 13 lives, and the death machine comes out as well. It's time to play with some blood.
Death machine go brrr, if you will, just mowing them down right now. Faded also finding kills in the spawn there. Also believe using a specialist weapon right now. And it's 9 versus 23. Sky Primes are just dropping like flies at this point. X Havoc, they want to take this all the way. And just like that, they have done it. That is all she wrote for Sky Prime's journey here at the Ugandan Grand Final qualifiers. They are going home, and we have a grand finals on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, that is insane. Whether it be the mental just dropping immediately after going up 3-0 against Nondescript, that you go up 3-0 against X Havoc as well, that could have been the main factor that's gone through. But ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter what happened, X Havoc is going to that final, and X Havoc will be taking on Nondescript Gaming. And this is a massive one right now, Daddy Cool, because X Havoc playing extremely well over here.
Yeah.
Nondescript has 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Will this be a loss that they finally have in this entire qualifiers right now? Will it be X Havoc that gives them their first loss? I cannot wait to see what happens in that final.
Only time will tell. Zenith is looking like he could be the Titan that goes up against our player of... Oh, wait a second. I don't want to say the name of the player that did the thing, you know, because we are still running that competition. Outcast, obviously, the player on Nondescript side. I should turn on my light a little bit. It was day when we started. It's getting late now. But yeah, what a game number 2 that was. Unfortunately, Sky Primes, their story, like we said, has come to an end. That just means that X Havoc's story gets to continue into this grand finals right now. And before we send you guys off to get ready for this grand finals, let's talk about everything once again here happening. These players currently are in the grand final qualifiers for the Ugandan region, and they will be playing to get that spot to the LAN finals in Lagos. If you guys want to join for your region as well, check these dates. 19th of June is the next closing date for South Africa. If you want to get involved, be sure to go and register. QR codes and everything will be on screen soon. We are also running that Twitter giveaway. How do they win on that one, AR?
Oh, absolutely. All you have to do is go ahead and answer a very, very simple question to get your chance at 2,400 COD points. And the question is, which player dropped a nuke in the group stages of the Ugandan qualifiers, and against which team? If you can answer that, like you can see over here, an answer from Twitter right here on our screens right now. Your tweets will also be on screen, but you have a chance of winning 2,400 COD points, which you can use to go ahead and get battle passes, to get skins in the game, but also to go ahead and get that brand new mythic VMP Toxic Bloom, which looks absolutely gorgeous. And if you don't get that 2,400 COD points from the giveaway, there's a 20% off discount on COD points and battle passes for players from Uganda on the Carry1st shop. So go ahead to shop.carry1st.com to go ahead and get that. And I mean, it's been an absolute blast here so far, Daddy Cool. We've gotten to see so much action. We've gotten to see the snipes to the SMGs players, to the death machines mowing down players. And we're not even done yet. We still have a final, which is a best of 7.
It's just non-stop action left, right, and center. And again, another way for you to join in on this action is by joining the community, which you can do with the QR code as well. So many ways to get involved here in Call of Duty Mobile, and I just find it so awesome that there is region-specific specials happening right now for these regions that are taking part in these qualifiers. Obviously, like we said, next up is going to be South Africa, so that one's going to be exciting as well. Can't wait to bring you all that action. But right now, we are here, focus on Uganda, and they have been showing up so well. And nondescript now, they have to face off against X-Havoc to see who is going to, be representing Uganda in the African Cup for that grand final shot as well. That Lagos land is going to be absolute fire. Can't wait to get there. It's a bit of a road to go still, but that's just so much excitement and hype around the Call of Duty Mobile scene here on the African continent. Can't wait to bring you guys all of this action. We will be dropping off for a quick intermission where we get this grand final ready for all of you guys.
I will cut down any who stand between my daughter and I. There is no escape. Die. Take her far from here, to a new life.
I heard about Carry1st hosting this event, and I was like, nah, I have to take part.
Winning means everything for us. We're not just here to represent NXG, but our country, South Africa. And this is the biggest tournament this continent's ever seen, so winning does mean everything to us.
In Nigeria, they'll say no grief for anybody. So
That's Call of Duty for you, I guess, and that's called.
Losing tournaments like this it can be very, very emotional. You have to have strong real force and everything just to break down or anything, because if you want to start thinking about the hours put into it, the whole stress, everything just to come and lose is crazy.
We can't really see who's the best until we see it at the final.
Our team is the stronger.
That draw kind of lost everyone. Vortex gun coming into play from life to clean house.
Personally, we feel like we have the best gun skills in the game, and our playstyle is, very unique.
We want to settle the Jollof wars. Which Jollof is better, Nigerian or Ugandan? So whoever always gets the Jollof bragging rights.
Come on, are we playing? Yeah. Let's play.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the final Carry1st Africa Cup Call of Duty Mobile World Championships 2025 Africa Qualifier for Uganda. It's been a long day. It's an even longer title. But Daddy Cool, we are finally to the end of it. The apex of this mountain. And we have our two teams for the final. Nondescript Gaming going up against X Havoc. And they are competing for that spot in the LAN at Lagos, where we already have Sage Gaming, who have qualified already, and that's where there will be $15,000 and an opportunity for the World Championships.
Oh, and that opportunity is massive. I think these players are so excited for just even having that chance, right? Potentially getting there. And that's what they're playing for, you know, just the chance. And I think that's already making so much hype. I can't even imagine how awesome that LAN is going to be. But like you mentioned, it's going to be X Havoc versus Nondescript. And yeah, so far, both of these teams did really a bad number to our poor team there of, you know, Prime. And now it's just who's going to come out on top right now. Like you said as well, Nondescript undefeated so far, and this best of 7 grand final. Nondescript, as they have technically, you know, already, they have the winner bracket advantage. They have 1 point in their pocket already. But yeah, map number 1 is going to be Summit. I already saw how it went. Yeah.
Apocalypse, actually.
Apocalypse?
Is what the map is going to be, yeah. The
Okay.
map advantage is the point already to Nondescript. So we are going to start off on Apocalypse with that hard point. SND on Tunisia, Control going to be on Crossfire. Combine will be home to hard point Control over on Raid, and then SND for our final map, map 6 on Coastal, if we get there. And I mean, so much has happened today, Daddy Cool. Of course, we still have that competition going, that giveaway for 2,400 card points. You want to read that question one more time, because no one has gotten it yet.
Yeah, and we have a brand new hint as well for it. The question is, which player dropped a nuke and against which team in the open qualifiers? Now, we've talked a lot about a certain player that might have been cast out at some point, and then the team, we've been saying the hint is associated with a scythe, and another hint we're going to drop you guys now is he will come fetch you when you die. So that is our last hint for you guys. If you want to win, we have talked about it at the start of the stream. You can go and watch back on YouTube just about, I think, 3 minutes into when the stream started as well. We have specified the answer. So you guys can just go and check it back in to get your 2,400 card points. But like we said as well, there's so many ways to get involved. We have the streams here or the tweets here at the bottom. You guys can tweet anything, any hype moments, clip it, go and tweet it, get involved. And talking about getting involved, you should get involved as well with the community over on Carry1st. Join the Discord, join all the ways for you to get involved. And don't forget to register as well for the upcoming qualifiers for your region. So many ways for you to have fun here with Call of Duty Mobile. And yeah, this is what the players are playing for. Who knows, we might be casting you on the main stage one day if you start that journey here today. But yeah, AR, grand final is what's up next. What do you think what do we have in store for us?
This is going to be a battle for the ages right now. I mean, we've gotten to see Nondescript go 100% win rate. We've gotten to see X Havoc go through and fight their way out of that lower bracket into that final. And this is where it all happens now. This is it. This is the moment. And you'll have to make your moment over here. Clip-worthy moments. Let's go viral with this as the team that's going to Lagos for Uganda. And we're starting off with that hard point on Apocalypse. Talk me through it. We've seen how X Havoc has played on Apocalypse just a couple of moments ago. They just need to do that again, right? Except that they have a tower in front of them, a titan, if you will, and that is Nondescript.
Yeah, it's a 5v5 straight off the bat. That's what you love to see. The action's going to be intense. P1 here in the middle of everything. Zenith already quite deep, looking for a kill. Not going to find it. Just going to play positioning. Shuts down the trophy system as well. So important as well as making sure that Util is out. Skador finds another one. And right now, it's going to be Nondescript taking the lead at the start.
They do that so well, managing to push through and get that initial lead. And it seems like they almost just keep that lead forever. And you can see they're sort of trying to do that already. The positioning on that minimap, so good. They have that main point and then scattered around the outskirts, watching every single flank, having flanks on the opponents. You love to see it. Off the point right now, as we do see Outcast get taken out. And It is going to be X Havoc now that go on that point for just a little bit, but only 19 seconds before it starts moving.
We know how important Hill 2 is. I mean, we've talked about how important controlling spawns are. And looking at that minimap, Nondescript are slowly but surely trying to send players over there to secure those spawns. Currently, X Havoc actually have the advantageous spawn. That could be massive for them there. They could really equalize if they control the P2 quite well. 10 seconds left. No, before the next hill unlocks. And right now, 5 to 40 is the score right now. And Win looking like he's having a good game. 10 kills on Luke. Ooh. And here, Win also has the trophy. The Predator missile go in. Doesn't find it.
Doesn't find it. That's interesting that it did not actually hit over there. And I mean, X Havoc now on that hill as well. Skiddo looking to go ahead and flank around though.
That's a spawn as well.
It's what they do so well. They get it on the back lines, gets spotted out though. And now T-Slash right there to go ahead and clean up the few stragglers behind. Back on the point to get those points back up to 22.
All right, X Havoc have managed to re-secure the spawns at least, even though the flank got in successfully. But just look at that kill feed right now. That is a blue kill feed. Team X Havoc, they have to be very happy right now. About to equalize the scores. Basically 15 seconds left. Faded so deep, does damage, does get taken out eventually though. This little window here, such a power position. Little miss does get taken down. But look at that score. X Havoc in the lead.
A couple of trades going out in that, and I mean, you said it as well. That's the big money hill right there, and you can see why X Havoc off of one hill, getting that points tied up and even taking the lead by 2, and they're looking to go ahead and now keep that lead. But Nondescript already on that hill, getting a couple of eliminations and boosting that points back up.
Boosting it right up indeed. We also see the Death Machine is in play for Zenith if he does want to use it, but just going to use his normal gun for now. Gets a kill without taking any damage. That's huge. It is Nondescript now in the lead once again. And yeah, the Purifier, now that is a nasty one. Whenever I go up against that gun, I just cry a little bit on the inside. But you have to be close to use it. The Predator drone does go in. We'll find another player here on the side. Nondescript pulling away, slight lead again as we get ready for P number 4 in 20 seconds. The Predator finds 2.
Massive though, even though that 2 and did not get the 3rd, it's still massive right there. That's a little bit of a reset, and you get to go ahead and get that rotations, get that points up. You can see even getting that last few points before that kill starts to move. Another kill from Skiddo, and looking to get a second, cannot get it as that points go up to 92.
Again, just the way these players are moving on mobile is crazy to me. It just shows they definitely are goated at this Call of Duty mobile right now. Win coming in here from the back, gonna try and get some info at first. This heal can be a bit of a money heal if played correctly, but it has a lot of ways to enter. And Nondescript, they do have the Vortex Cannon in play.
And the equalizer on Outcast as well. We've seen how Outcast has used it, but only gonna find one immediately taken out by Miss. And I mean, that's a massive elimination right there. Yes, Nondescript still getting that points up to 110, but X Havoc now slightly on it, getting it up over 50. And with 30 seconds on, they can get it up to 80.
Yeah, just there in that moment, you could see the comms from the teams, right? The one player spots it out, sees his flank, the 2 players are ready for him on that flank, and that is the big difference, is the communication between these players, calling out exactly what needs to be called out right now. Luke finds 1 kill so far. The Kilo doing so much damage here, keeping them at bay. But that is a blue kill feed. X Havoc, they finally get onto the side. Not a lot of time left, 7 seconds, but you'll take every scrap you can get as we get ready for the next set of rotations.
Next set of rotations indeed. And I mean, you can look at that minimap. Engagements happening close by that next hill. Trade after trade, nades after nades. Even flashbangs going through, and the hill has moved. And I mean, we can see it's looking all Nondescript right now. X Havoc looking to go ahead and challenge, and Miss goes ahead and gets that elimination. I do believe that's a War Machine, or Death Machine,
it is,
I should say, in Zenith's hands, getting those eliminations. And either way, it's still going to be Nondescript on that hill immediately.
Beautiful movement there by Sen, peeking, jiggling just to get info, and then committing once he can. Purifier in hand again for Skidor. He finds 1. And on this side, it's going to do so much damage. 30 seconds left. Nondescript, 130. They're about to pull away with a 100-point difference. Slowly but surely getting there. Skidor, beautiful flank, gets in from behind. Now he's got so much control. Out of ammo, at least, is the Purifier. Oh, the beautiful double! And that's going to shut it down and probably put some score streaks in his hand as well.
And that's going to get that points up enough to just needing 100 more for Nondescript. Beautiful shots from Luke as well. And I mean, Nondescript looking like they're going all gas, no brakes with it out the gate. And immediately now pushing up close to that 250 mark. You can see the flash going through to the next hill, and X Havoc actually on this hill already.
Yeah, X Havoc, they know how important this hill 2 is. This is the one that got them close, at least in the first set of rotations, but they need to figure out the rest of the hills as well, or it will be all for nothing. But this time around, it's going to be nondescript who have that spawn secured. That does not bode well for the future of X Havoc in this round or this map. It feels like X Havoc, they're putting up quite a good fight, but nondescript are just so in sync. They collapse all across all the time. It's so tough to deal with as we now are getting ready to almost break into 200 points if they don't break in right now.
It's like Nondescript is playing Dungeons and Dragons. They have that 6th level counter spell for X Havoc, and every single move that X Havoc makes, Nondescript has an answer for it right here, right now. And you can sort of see that Luke just waiting out, hearing those steps and getting the easy elimination, score up to 185. And I mean, 5 seconds before it starts moving to point 3.
Yeah, I mean, Luke there knows how important the spawn secure is, so he's just playing that little position, making sure that that spawn can't be forced out and split out. And with that, that gives them the money hill. 200 about to be broken. Just look at how Skidor is moving around this map right now. 28 kills for Luke, 33 for Outcast, 38 on Skidor. Every single one of these players on Nondescript are consistently showing up, and it's just showing on the scoreboard.
And they've kept it to the point where the max on X Havoc is 20. That's it. Wind and Zenith right now on 20. X Havoc is struggling. 90 to 191. They do manage to get on this point right now. Get a couple of points. 30 seconds left before it starts shifting and moving around this map again. But Nondescript, it looks like they have the answer again. Faded. Moving in with that equalizer. Cannot find anything.
Cannot find it indeed. They do manage to break 100 at least on the side of X Havoc, which is saying something because again, so far, the teams have been struggling to break 100 against each other. There, Nondescript does break 200 now. But just the control that Nondescript has, the Predator missile coming in again. Yeah, they're winning their ones. 46 so far on Skidor. 46. He just decided it's his time to shine, and he's shining bright like a diamond. To quote Rihanna.
46 and 14, by the way, Daddy Cool. Only gone down 14 times within this, and Nondescript now 40 points away from taking Apocalypse, from taking the first hard point. X Havoc gonna put up this fight. They are on the money point. 40 seconds for them to go ahead and get it back up, and immediately pushed off of it again, though. Outcast now on that point and just beaming down.
You know, might as well spam in there. You know the players are going to get there. It's a very tight corner. We saw Skidor find a few kills like that. Outclass might as well try as well. 25 seconds. Just not enough time left to win on this hill. He finds 2. Score streak will be in hand right now. And now 15 seconds left. Literally, they're going to need 2 seconds on the next hill to win it. And I don't know if X Havoc are going to be able to answer with something.
Yeah, this is a tough one right here, and it looks like Apocalypse is going to go over to Nondescript. They just need 4 seconds, I should say, on that next hill. And I mean, the minute they touch that hill, the minute they go ahead and claim it, you know that it's GG's for this first hard point. X Havoc doing as much as they possibly can, but Nondescript find a way into that hill, and yeah, they get that 250. It was a fight for them. It's not an easy one. It was a challenge put up for them, but Nondescript taking that point.
They took it indeed. Skidor with 6,400 score. A lot of kills. I don't know how many kills, but I think close to 50 plus for that. That was insane. Definitely locked in. This is his map. But yeah, map number 2 is what's up next. Some search and destroy once again. And right now, X Havoc, will they be able to answer? They did manage to break the 100, which doesn't sound that impressive, but compared to what we've seen so far, and again, Nondescript haven't dropped a match yet. Have they even dropped a map this series?
No, they have not.
And we can see why.
That's the thing about it. They are going all gas, no brakes. They are now, I believe, 7 for 7, if I'm not mistaken. 100% win rate, not dropping a single map either. I mean, that's insane, and they definitely want to be going to that World Championships, and you can see it with the way that they play. 250 to 116 is going to be the final for Apocalypse Hardpoint, but now we're going to get into SND in Tunisia, and when we get into this right now, what does X Havoc need to do? Because they played that last SND against Sky Primes immaculately.
Yes.
What do they need to do against nondescript here?
I think with how aggressive nondescript is, they just need to wait, be a little bit patient first, and then punish them for their impatience, right? And then hopefully they can get enough of a gap to then capitalize on it and then take away this map from nondescript. But nondescript is just so good with their aggression and their flanking and their gunfights. It's so tough to play against. I don't even think it's all gas, no brakes. I think they just straight up forgot to install the brakes. Like, it's not even an option for them, the way they are just running and gunning. And yeah, it's going to be a good one right now. Again, there were good moments there from X-Havoc, and it felt more cohesive than the previous matches we've seen. But it's just the synergy and the skill of nondescript is pretty descript, if you will.
Yeah, the communication and the chemistry between nondescript is immaculate. And I mean, I can't wait to see what they do in that next match. But we have some more tweets for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you guys do go ahead on Twitter, on X, and you go ahead and use the hashtag Carry1st Africa Cup and Carry1st Cup 2025, we will be showcasing your tweets on screen, as well as there is that giveaway which you can answer. And you can see right now, Dark Vice over here says that Beetle dropped the nuke against the boys. And is that correct? I don't think so. Feel free to try, because there is 2,400 card points on the line. So get to tweeting if you know the answer to the question, who dropped a nuke in the Ugandan qualifiers and what team was it against? We need the full answer. You can't just have who dropped the nuke. You need to have against what team as well. You will get 2,400 card points. So far, no one has given the full correct answer. Can you be the one to do it? Go right now to Twitter, use those hashtags, and give us your answer.
Let me give you a hint as well, if you want to be the one to get that. The player we spotlighted them a little bit today, or in this match as well. It wasn't the top scoring one for the team of nondescript, but they had a fantastic. They are also the best sniper apparently on the African continent right now, which is such a title to own. And then the team that they did it against is associated with death, will come fetch you when you die, and associated with the scythe. That is our hints. You can't get any better hints than that. Type that into ChatGPT or Google even, and Google will give you the answer. We are basically giving you these card points. So go and use those hints and get yourself those 2,400 card points. But oh my word, well, okay, we're into the next game. Perfect timing. As the first set of kills have not gone yet through, Pixel trying to find one. Gets missed quite low, but that is just good info for now. Not going to give up the life. That's beautiful. Does eventually get taken out, though. A lot of time bought. Pixel does get the trades. Then it finds two on the side. Gets shut down eventually.
Slide canceling into the action, Daddy Cool, and just like that, blood shed on this map. 3v3 as the bomb goes ahead, gets planted over on A, and we look at that minimap now. X-Havoc on that flank, on that rotate. They might actually go ahead and catch Luke, if I'm not mistaken, that is, off guard. Let's see exactly what happens.
It's a 3v3 as well. Like this. Oh, beautiful shot there by Slash, getting outcast. A specific player you might want to know the name of. And there we go. Win tries to find Luke, but Luke does shut him down. Gets turned on. Luke is so good with that pistol. You just don't easily kill Luke, it seems. The bomb has been planted. 10 seconds on the clock. 5-second defuse is what you need to get. Luke, sniper in hand, looking for one. Not finding it just quite yet. Finds it. But doesn't even need to find it, as he was defending the bomb that was planted. And nondescript take round number 2. We lost the first round already. Hectic. No, I'm looking at the overall score. I'm sorry. First round. You know?
It's been a long day, Cardi Mobile. A lot of action, a lot of bullets flying, a lot of grenades, as we see a cross-map attempt out of Luke immediately. And, I mean, Luke with the sniper is so devastating, as we see that X-Havoc lose Zenith immediately. Got a little bit of a trade-off over there, so not too much. Another kill coming out of Skiddo, though, is going to take this into a 4v3 situation.
Skiddo also been a player to just keep your eyes on, consistently winning those gunfights, getting 2s, getting 3s sometimes. 4v3 right now. He slides, he finds one. Yeah, he's got that perfect timing there. He knows the timings of the map, and that's also what just sets these players apart, right? It's not just your gun, it's about knowing the flow of the map, the timings, the everything. And right now, bomb is going to go down. Let's see. It is 1v3. Wind has the PDW in hand, has a massive magazine, doesn't have the sniper, might be looking for one. It's good to try and find it. 40 seconds for the defuse. Ooh, Luke spots him out.
that's not the sniper that you want to find. It's not the sniper in Luke's hand that you want to find. And it's just going to maybe back off from that. It's going to maybe try a different angle. 29 seconds left on this. Luke, you can see up close and personal that PDW coming into play, though, and gets the elimination. Now going to go ahead, climb up. No, opts to make some noise and then go around, in fact, and you can see them holding the side. Goes for a reload, 31 bullets, but manages to get the reload just in time. There's one. Needs to get the second. 10 seconds on the clock. Like you said, a 5-second defuse, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. Not when you're going up against Skidor as the last one gets the kill. Can't get the defuse, though. That's still another round for Nondescript.
I mean, yeah, Nondescript, they know that they might just be able to lose gunfights every now and then, but they also know that time is on their side. Played it beautifully for time. They didn't need to repeat and, you know, confirm the round. But I mean, look how close that round got. X-Havoc.
Yeah.
Again, these glimpses of fantastic show. These players are fantastic, but Nondescript, like you said, they just have that synergy. They just have the rhythm with each other.
It's important. That final kill over there was important. It showcases that they're not invincible. You can go ahead and outgun them. If you can do that, you get the win. Unfortunately, the time not on the side of X-Havoc for that last round, but now they have that morale boost. Now they know that it's possible, and now they go through with it as Wind gets the first elimination. 5v4, and X-Havoc have the man advantage.
Yeah, Bomb is down though, so effectively a 5v5, as we always do say. Gonna look for a kill there, pre-firing, not gonna find it. The discipline is there. Oh, but Outcast on the sniper finds Win. Luke holding the angle, lots of damage, miss, almost has it. The quick scope is just too quick. Skidor holding the crucial angle. Oh my goodness. Luke, calm down. The quick scopes, keeping them shut down. That is so painful. You had the numbers. You went from 5 to 4 to 1 to 4 because these snipers are so potent. Oh, Slash answering back with his own quick scope though.
But no time to get that bomb defused, and Skidor gonna get that elimination, and Nondescript gonna get that third point. This is just the Outcast and Luke sniper show is what we're witnessing, and I absolutely am all for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it as well. It's fantastic. Quickscoping is one of the staples of Call of Duty. Always has been, probably always will be. You can see why, right? You have no right to be alive, and you just left click, right click, left click, perfect timing, get that kill. And just like that, it's suddenly everything is on its toes. 3-0 is the points right now. Nondescript, they have so much control all the time. Luke gets a kill there. Trying to get info at first. It's going to be Pixel.
A lot of blood being shed over here. 3v2 and numbers advantage in Nondescript's hands. And make that a 3v1 as Wind lost alive with that PDW again. That PDW paid off in a round before. Let's see if it can pay off again. Very, very similar sort of round. Deja vu happening. A 1v3. And the COD mobile timing coming through as Outcast comes around that corner with the sniper just as Wind hops out that window.
Yeah, I mean, again, it has to be very intimidating going against a player that is known as the best sniper on the African continent. And I mean, Luke also doing his work as well. I think this Ugandan team definitely have some fantastic players so far. X-Havoc, again, we've also seen what they've been able to do. Wind has had a great game so far. He is currently on 6 kills. Luke on 6, 8 on Outcast. So, you know, Wind definitely keeping up, but is it enough? He's got so much weight on his shoulders. His team needs to do some of the lifting as well. But we've also seen this is the most bomb plants we've seen. So, you know, X-Havoc, they're definitely not just falling unnecessarily. The bombs have been going down consistently.
Yeah, Wind, unfortunately, over there went for an unneeded reload, and that got him eliminated. Miss, however, with some quick shots needed to reload, ran out of ammo. That would have been it, but now it's the 1v1. Faded going up against Pixel, and Faded has that US-9 and that sniper as well, but doesn't check the doorway. Some shaky shots over from Pixel is going to go ahead and get him low, but the quick fire from Faded is going to secure the first round for X-Havoc.
There we go. That is a round. And again, it was quite a convincing one, this one, actually. Bomb did get planted, but the deaths were there and the defuse. That's exactly what you see. Bit of a morale boost, definitely for X-Havoc. Again, like, I can see what X-Havoc is capable of, but it just feels like Nondescript. They're on a different class. But it's not over just quite yet. X-Havoc might have just found their rhythm. Let's see what they can do with it. We're getting ready now for another defense round for the side of X-Havoc.
Another defense round. They did it once. They can surely do it again. They need to lock that Medal in. Play as an entire unit. Miss
Ooh.
gets the first elimination.
Oh!
That's a massive one. Some trade-offs though, and just like that, Havoc taking the numbers advantage, 4v2 situation, and now they just got to play it as is. Maybe they've gotten into Nondescript's head right now, as it's a 4v1. Luke, the last one alive with that sniper. We've seen what Luke can do with the sniper. Can he 1v4 this?
Let's look what he gets up to with that sniper, if you will. Anyway, no, I mean, Miss getting that double kill, that's a massive opening right now. Onto Skidzo finding the first kill as well. That is huge. Again, big morale boost, not just for the team, but for you as a player as well. Had a bit of a slow start, but now, just like that, gets on the board in the most crucial moment and bringing that score closer to each other. Luke now, looking to find a kill. I'm going to make that one a lot. You guys will have to bear with me right now. Spots one, misses the shot, gets taken out.
And that right there is important. It's like fighting Thanos. If you can make Thanos bleed, you know that you have the chance. In this world, Nondescript is your Thanos. Havoc need to call in themselves as the Avengers and get themselves a couple more rounds to tie this up.
Somebody who's never watched Marvel is like, what's this man talking about right now?
Don't
but
worry
honestly,
about it. It's fine.
It's a good reference for the one person who hasn't watched Marvel in game right now. But Luke now looking to, I'm going to stop. Looking to find a kill. It's a 5-5. It's slowed down, actually, for the first time. Nondescript being slowed down is already something they're not used to. They actually found their breaks, it seems. But Saints finds the first kill. Outlaws finding the second. Luke also finds another one.
That is insane right there immediately. And just like that, a numbers advantage over Nondescript. They realize that Havoc knows that they have a chance right now. And they want to take that feeling of hope and take it away from them for the rest of these games. Just like that. And Zenith, the last alive right now, 1v5 or 2v5 actually, I should say. Miss is still alive within this, but it is going to be a tough one. And I mean, I don't actually know, do they actually have the bomb as we witness Miss get an elimination?
Yeah, the bomb has been planted. No, actually, has not been planted or anything yet. Zenith takes some damage, gets out with the life. It's actually a 2v4. I thought it was a 1v4. That is great news. Miss getting a crucial kill. Oh, but just like that, both of them fall. Wow. That was like...
Wow.
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 Hey. Anyway, 2-5. 2 points off of getting this map. Number 2 now is Nondescript. First to 7 does take it, as we know. Don't forget to go and enter that giveaway. Which player got a nuke in the Ugandan qualifiers against which team? As we see here now. Equipment is going out the trophy system to just secure that bomb. Looking like they want to get a fast plant.
Yeah, very fast plant perhaps. And I mean, this is now a feeling out process. Notice how Nondescript slowed down a little bit after that defuse and that elimination. They started to slow down. They started to play it a bit more methodical, and they started to strategize a bit more. Bomb is planted for Havoc right now. They've got half the work done. They just need to go ahead and defend. The quick prone from Zenith is going to go ahead and take down Sense, and that's a massive elimination.
That is a massive elimination as well. Like you said, Bomb is on their side. It's a 4v3 situation. 20 seconds out. They have to work with Zenith, who's being so disciplined right now. Not peeking, not giving them anything if he doesn't have to. Gets the kill eventually as well. 4 versus 2. Again, Nondescript looking like, you know, some droplets of blood. Definitely there. Havoc showing what they're capable of. This is a best of 7, so they have as much chance as possible to capitalize on it. And Faded finds the final kill.
Maybe attacking is Havoc's way to go. As you can see, very, very clean. Zenith playing time over there, knows that the bomb planted very, very quickly. They had the time on their side and just started playing around it. Beautifully done as they secure their 3rd point on the board. They'll need to get 2 more to go ahead and tie us up against Nondescript. Let's see what happens in our next round.
This is a big one for Havoc. If they manage to, you know, get this round, they're just 1 behind Nondescript, and that feels winnable. Where for the longest time, it just feels like everything has been unwinnable. So this is a huge one for their mental, for their momentum, for everything. Let's see what they do with it. They're slowing it down, and Zane's pushing up aggressively. This could be bad for him. No, like we said, they don't have breaks, and sometimes you get punished for it, and manages to get punished. Slash also finding a kill onto Skidzor. Skidzor, one of the top players for Nondescript. This is huge. Number advantage, 5-3 in favor of Havoc.
You can go all gas, no brakes with it, but sometimes there's a speed limit where you're traveling, and that's clearly what's happening. But Nondescript still finding a way to go ahead and even out the numbers just a bit. 3v2 situation right now, and I mean, Nondescript doing everything they can to just play around the time to keep this defense going, and they're doing a good job of it too.
Oh, Luke gets one. Oh, as you know, Luke is so potent with. Oh, Outlaws hits the quick scope. Does get tanked though. Looking for another. Not gonna find it just quite yet. Suddenly it's a. Okay. Luke and Outcast just 2v4 that with their snipers. Of course they did.
Of course they did. I mean, you look at the scores that they have too. 12 on Outcast, 10 on Luke, and they've been using snipers for the most part. Havoc doing a really good job as well. We've got 8 on Faded, 7 on Slash, and it's very doable. They are 3 behind right now, but this is match point for Nondescript, and this is where that point can go up to 3-0. Well, this is the moment where Havoc can say, hey, we're going to dominate this now, as we see the wallbang attempts coming through, but none of them hitting.
Almost though, so close. But yo, man, I'm a bit disappointed in that round. I think Havoc got too excited when they had that number advantage. They could have planted the bomb and just played it strategically, and then they lost their cool. And again, that is what makes the difference, right? We saw even earlier when Nondescript they had the advantage, but even when there was a bit of a chance of losing, they played the time beautifully. But look at this now, 30 seconds on the clock. The bomb has been planted and full control on the map. It is a 4 versus 2. It's Luke and Sens this time. Can they clutch it? They have to fight against time this time. There are 20 seconds on the clock.
Luke, sniper in hand again, up close. Spots out with Slashes, but Slash just there to go ahead and get elimination first. It's now 4v1, and Stens manages to find one. Low HP though, and low time as well. 9 seconds, jumps in, sprays, but doesn't find the elimination. Havoc managing to just keep up behind Nondescript, and this is very, very doable. But you have to ask yourself one question if you are Havoc, and that is, do you believe in miracles?
You sexy thing. You sexy thing. I just want to announce we do have a winner for our COD points, and it's quite literally your mom. Is the Twitter handle. Twitter username, not the handle. The handle being Alpha LDRS, winning those 2,400 COD points. Congratulations. And the answer was Outcast got the nuke against Grim Reapers. Now we are back into the action here. A minute and a half to work with. Another slow round. There's no deaths just quite yet. As I said, 2 players fall on each side, or 1 player on each side. And it is suddenly again Havoc with a life advantage. Nondescript still on match point, so they can take it right now. But Havoc slowly but surely inching themselves into potentially taking a map off of the Titans of Nondescript.
And this is where Nondescript now are having sort of that panic. But I mean, you can see Havoc playing around. They're getting that feeling process out, and they're going ahead and getting rounds, getting these eliminations. You can see a 4v2 situation as bomb is getting planted by Miss. And I think for the first time in this, Nondescript is feeling the pressure.
They definitely are. It is Luke now left alive 1 versus 4 with the sniper. He has 5 bullets, so I mean, he can definitely do it. Luke gonna try and he spots one. Ooh, he hears another. Didn't see the cross, I think, there. 20 seconds is all he has to work with. He has to get that diffuse as well. Win, not even opting to challenge. He just dips the second he sees it because he knows. They've learned their lesson. They're not going to give him an inch because he will take a mile. Shut him down. Oh, this is getting stressful.
I'm on the edge of my seat. That stun may have just been the reason why that snipe didn't hit from Luke as well. But Havoc need 1 more round to tie it up, where both teams will then be in that that match point. Nondescript still trying to go ahead and get their 1 round. Can they do it here, or will Havoc push their way up to a tied up position? As you see the attempts at the wallbangs again.
Yo, and again, that just shows the map knowledge, right? It's so close to getting that bang, you might as well try. But it shows you know where players will be at a certain point in time. Just gonna try to keep spamming, getting the info. So much discipline. Schizo not even fully challing right now, just doing damage. Something we haven't seen from Nondescript yet. Again, I think they installed the brakes, but it's because they've been forced to by Havoc playing a beautiful game. 5 versus 5. This is the longest we've gone without a kill yet. These players are all feeling it right now. There's a minute and 10 seconds on the clock.
Minute and 10. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. They've slowed it down tremendously, and it's that feeling out process again. Nondescript now losing a couple of rounds in a row, trying to figure out exactly what they need to do. So they pull back. They play it a bit slower. Outcast misses those 2 snipes that would have been massive. Slash right there, getting taken out by Pixel. Manages to go ahead and clutch up on that kill. Spots another one up top. The wall bangs again, not connecting, but 43 seconds, Daddy Cool. That's all the time that's left for X Havoc.
Yeah, but we can see Outcast missing for the first time and missing a few shots. This pressure finally getting to Nondescript. Have we finally found something that gets them shivering? Now they, for the first time, actually have to show what they're made of if they're on the back foot. Oh my goodness, Outcast. He's found his rhythm again. He just needed to find that first kill. And now, if you are X Havoc, you feel it's so close. The bomb is going down. It's a 2 versus 4. There's still hope, but oh my god. It's going to be Luke who finds another one. It's a 1v4. Lizmiz has had some fantastic moments. Bomb is down, but has a mountain to climb to keep the dream alive for their team. Luke at the back. Don't challenge that. You know who it is. Time is all you have to work with.
Time is all you have to work with. Waste a couple of shots up close left and almost got the elimination, but right there to go ahead and get the elimination. That is going to be it for Nondescript. A little cheeky action over there as well at the end, but that is going to be Nondescript taking SND barely, and that's the key word, Daddy Cool. Barely taking it.
Barely taking it indeed. Again, like, we could see Nondescript for the first time nervous. We could just see in the way they weren't just rushing, missing shots. And that bodes very well for X Havoc. That is the chink in the armor you might just need to be able to exploit. Now the question is, will they be able to do it as we go over to control now? X Havoc, they are currently effectively on 3. They are on match point. So no, I mean Nondescript. So X Havoc needs to win 4 matches back to back now if they want to go through to that grand final LAN at Lagos.
And that's a challenge in its own right. Then you throw on top of it the challenge that it is Nondescript you're going up against, that and you're going in a control game mode as well. That's going to be very, very difficult, but not impossible. As you can see, for the first time here today, 7-5 is our score on an SND game mode. And
yeah,
that's massive. X Havoc right there showed that Nondescript can go down and that they do feel the pressure nonetheless.
I think like you're probably kicking yourself a little bit if you are X Havoc, because it was that one round where they had the 4-2 advantage. They didn't play discipline. They didn't use the bomb, go get it down and play off of each other. They went for challenges and they lost that round. That round would have been the difference between a 6-6. And, that might just be all you need to have Nondescript really shooketh, if you will. So, again, minor mistakes is what makes the difference. Nondescript, they do manage to clutch it out, as we've seen them still yet to drop a map. But X Havoc showing they have what it takes to potentially make them drop a map. And if you can do that, that means you can make them drop a whole series. So, this next one is going to be huge. It's control. It's a hybrid game mode. What do you do now if you are X Havoc?
X Havoc just needs to lock in. They showed what they were made of in Hardpoint. They definitely showed what they were made of in SND. They just need to apply that to control and get the win. Get on that road to winning this final. Nondescript, of course, they're just looking to go through and have that aggression that we've seen before. But here's the key thing, and it ties into what you just said about X Havoc in that one round where they kind of threw it. They got overly aggressive. And I say this with a ton of different games that I do spectate and I commentate on. If the more aggressive that you get, the more prone you are to making mistakes. And we saw that happen so easily for X Havoc. They just need to lock it in. We're over here on Crossfire now. They need to go ahead and play their angles properly and manage to get this cheeky little eliminations, drop the lives down of Nondescript, and sort of have that advantage at all times.
No, definitely. This is another one of those timeless staple maps. Let's see how it does play out. There's 30 lives on the line or on the scoreboard right now, and the first one dropping towards X Havoc. Only one so far. Outlaws going in deep, but gets shut down. Again, so important to punish them when they play aggressively, because then you're also forcing them to not play to their strengths, and that's when you can start capitalizing. But now it's going to be 29-27. 1 tick so far onto A for X Havoc.
You can see that that mentality is there, sort of. You can see X Havoc like getting those eliminations. They've taken them down 26. Nondescript, though, playing it passively on the sites. They are just going to go ahead and beam anyone rushing through. And this is where you have to go ahead and sort of have that balance.
Oh.
You need to have that balance of trying to rush for the eliminations, but also not overly rushing and protecting those sites.
Definitely. Yo, this map can be so chaotic, having to worry about both the sides and run down middle. Slash finds one, Fade finds another, Fade finds another as well. Lives 21-22, close. But now only one side left to work with, which makes it much easier for X Havoc now to get the control. But as I said, that Nondescript finds two. Fade does manage to stop that train. 17-21, life count close. B tick starting to happen.
Fade goes through, but gets eliminated nonetheless, and you can see the CX-9 in hand of Win doing some work as well, going all the way down now to try to find anyone on the flank, on the outskirts, and 14-19 is our lives. B is almost fully captured by Nondescript as well, and they know that X Havoc can shoot, so they're focusing on the capturing, if you notice that.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the scary part as well, right? Nondescript, they can shoot, and this whole time they've just been relying on the shoot because they don't have to rely on the strategies. But they've also shown a few times they know the strats as well. When we had that S&D that was going a little bit not against their favor, they played the time perfectly. So far, they've only had to rely on the gun skill, and then, yeah, now they've shown as well they have what it takes on the strategic side of things, and that makes them the whole package and the team that could potentially be, you know, representing Uganda in the grand final qualifiers. As we say that, Luke finds the first kill onto Faded.
And that's the first down just like that. A quick reset and a couple of lives dropped already, and Nondescript looking to go ahead and end this out quickly. You could sort of see that mentality towards the end of that first round, and now they look to go ahead and defend this on the side of X Havoc. Down 2 lives less than what Nondescript is. They need to sort of lock in and find their play over here. It seems like they're very scattered and there's no communication or chemistry between them.
You know, again, like eventually when you start stressing, you, like we said, you have a big mountain to climb, and some people, or sometimes you just crack under the pressure. We almost saw Nondescript do it, so nobody's immune to it. But right now, X Havoc have a huge amount of pressure on themselves if they want to keep the dream alive, and it feels like it might just be too much for them to deal with. And again, that is what all this competitive esports, competitive anything really is about, is keeping your cool and keeping your pressure in the most trying times. One tick does go down for X Havoc onto A so far, but the Annihilator is in hand, and Luke with an Annihilator is such a scary sight.
It's so scary, brother. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then with the SKS in hand as well, you double it up. And now looking to go ahead with the Pred missile, and does not hit anything, but enough for information over there. 20-7 on the lives is wild, by the way, brother.
Yeah, they just straight up went full send. They like basically spawn trapped this out of X Havoc. They were like, okay, we're done with this now. And X Havoc just aren't able to reply to this pressure, and it's been such a great showing from Nondescript. 4 lives to 16 now.
4 lives, 3 lives to 16 as another one gets taken out. Make that 2, and it's counting with AR and Daddy Cool is what it is, as the final 2 lives gets taken out. 1 even with that staff, and that is going to be a 2nd point on the board, meaning it's match point, meaning it's game point, meaning it's final point for Nondescript.
For Nondescript, again, they've bled ever so slightly, a few little scratches, if you will, but nothing to worry about, really. X Havoc now on their back foot. Zenith finds a kill with the Death Machine, at least. The Purifier in hand here for Skidor, though. A scary one to have to deal with, but not going to find anything with it, at least. X Havoc actually going for a bit of a slower, more tactical, trying to take control of the map, but it's not going to be enough, as Nondescript are both ticking down A and B at the moment.
And the strategies that you mentioned of Nondescript coming through over here. Let's get both, put pressure on them so they don't know which side to go to. So they get caught in the middle, in the open, and we just drain their lives. And you can see it's sort of working. 26-23 lives right now. But look at the progress on those points, Daddy Cool.
Yeah, now they're just doing the strategy side again, just to show that that is what they're capable of as well. Do not sleep on a team Nondescript if you see them in your lobby. They have everything covered. The strats, the aim, the movement, the positioning, they're reading the map. And it's shown why they have not dropped a single map this entire series so far. Definitely a team to keep our eyes on as we head in over to that grand finals. But yeah, B is about to tick down. Life count actually quite close to each other, but it just doesn't feel like it's enough as now they have a minute extra.
That is insane. And it's nondescript basically saying get in where you fit in. And they want to fit into that LAN at Lagos. They want to fit in to the World Championships. And they want to fit in as the team that is undefeated in the Carry1st regionals. And now with A almost fully captured, it's looking all nondescript. 14-14 on lives and actually staying very, very even over here as X-Havoc does go down a couple of lives. And objective A gets claimed just like that. Ladies and gentlemen, your victors, Nondescript Gaming.
What a beautiful showing that was. Again, I kind of find it poetic that they won in the end with just the score, not even kills. They controlled the map so well, right? Like you said, they split it, but Killzor was just running in between, making sure that anybody trying to rotate between those sites gets punished beautifully. And there we have it, your champions for the Uganda Grand Final qualifiers, Nondescript, and well-deserved as well, AR.
Well-deserved. I mean, we sort of had that suspicion that Nondescript was going to be the ones going through, securing their spots to that Lagos LAN. And we were absolutely right about that. And of course, if you're just tuning in towards the end of this is the qualifier for a LAN in which there's $15,000 in a prize pool. Not just that, an opportunity to go ahead and compete in the World Championships of COD Mobile. That in its own right for these regions is absolutely insane. And there's more regions still to come, Daddy Cool.
Yeah, a lot more. You can register for your region right now. The next region closing up is South Africa. Those registrations closing on the 19th. And like we said, there's so many ways for you to get involved. We have the community you can join by scanning the QR code. We have our winner for our Twitter question. Again, the question was, which player dropped a nuke? And against which team? It was Outcast against the Grim Reapers. Finally, somebody did get it. And now, as you can see, go register now. I just want to quickly give a second to X-Havoc. Yes, they are runner-up. But we saw so much potential, so much greatness from what they're capable of. If they just go now to the, back to the drawing board a little bit, focus on a few minor things, I think they can really be a team who qualifies for the next qualifier next year or whichever one is coming up next, because I think they have a lot in it. But Nondescript just being that team that you have to get past first, and that's going to be a tough one. But that's something you can challenge yourself against as well. So X-Havoc have to take this as a positive. It's a learning opportunity for them to just get better. And who knows, they could be the team who one day again represents Africa on the international stage.
Oh, no, absolutely, 100%. If they go back to those textbooks, they brush up on a couple of things, they proved that Nondescript over here does have that weakness and that they do feel pressure. And that it's absolutely able to go ahead and beat Nondescript. They almost did it. A couple of mistakes here and there, going a bit too aggressive. It is going to go ahead and pull them back. But Nondescript now have punched their ticket. They've secured their spot at that LAN. And I cannot wait to see exactly what happens. Unfortunately, we're only going to have that one giveaway within the stream. But no, we're going to have more giveaways in the next broadcast as well. So make sure that you are here for those card point giveaways, and make sure you're going ahead and you're using shop.carry1st.com to get your card points. If you're in the Ugandan region, 20% off of card points if you go ahead, and 20% off your battle passes as well for players from Uganda using shop.carry1st.com, where you can also go ahead and use that 20% discount to get that new mythic VMP Toxic Bloom skin as well. Absolutely fantastic that Carry1st is doing all of this. You love to see it. But it's been a long day. That is all the action for Call of Duty Mobile that we have for today. Daddy Cool, an absolute pleasure. Broadcast doing the absolute most, and Carry1st making the absolute biggest COD Mobile tournament that there is. It's not done just yet. There are more games to come, so hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button wherever you are. Use the hashtags. Go check out the sites, the Discord, because there still is more COD Mobile action to come. But we will see you those next ones.